Good evening, EU. It is 8:15 Central European Time, and that means it's time for some Meseeks European Invitational Showdown. That's right, guys. We are back. Day 3 is live, and we've got an action-packed schedule for the evening. But before we get into that, as always, I'm your boy Verdict. To my left, Mr. Jumpman himself, Gilmania, looking fly, my guy.
Getting pretty excited. We're on the final 2 days of this event. Only the last, I want to say 6 teams remain.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So, you know that is going to be good, Verdict.
You know, we started out with 8 invited teams, and 2 of them have already failed. That is Meseeks and Illuminati. They have been removed from the tournament, but that does not mean the action will stop there. That means we just got some more sweaty matchups ahead of us. And as a matter of fact, taking a look at the schedule for the day, Stamina are going to be facing off against Gallant in our first matchup. This is a best of 5. This is the winners bracket semifinals. Losers round, or Gulag bracket, sorry. That's going to be Bunker Rog and Nova in our second series. Third is going to be Asilium and Navi. The 2 winners of those matchups are going to be moving on to play in our fourth series of the day, which will be determined then. So we've got the teams in the lobby. We've got the best of 5 to come. Gil, what are we looking like on that best of 5, actually?
Well, we're going to start with a game of Hardpoint on Summit, then Search and Destroy Firing Range. Moving on to Domination on Raid. Game number 4 would be Hardpoint on Standoff, and a potential 5th one of Search and Destroy Takeoff.
Yo, you got it there, man. I'm looking at the rotations. The map vetoes are going to be Crossfire and Hack the Yard. Stamina opting to ban Crossfire. Gallant opting to ban Hack the Yard. And, of course, the operator bans, going to be your normal. Stamina with the Annihilator, Gallant with the Sparrow. That is the new norm, as I have been trying to call that even before they banned the Kinetic Armor in TAC 5. I've been so glad to see that out of the mix, and sure enough, here we are. Game number 1 about to start off. Hardpoint Summit. Gil, who are we favoring?
What are we favoring? You mean as a team or as a player?
Well, as a player, as a team, it doesn't matter.
Well, it could be complicated. Okay, seems like we're gonna have a redo for starters. But, okay, so we have Stamina, we have Gallant. Both of them have proved worthy of being here, of course. Specifically from the 2 of them, and what I've seen, I want to say that Stamina may come in a better shape, in a better form of themselves.
True.
So if you were to ask me right now, I think we could go to a potential game number 4, but at the end, I think Stamina might take it.
Yo, Stamina has a lot up for grabs here, right? They're stage 5 team. They got a lot to prove. Gallant, obviously a titan in this EU comp scene for quite a while now. So, you've got brag rights on the line. You also got a little bit of cash prize pool as well, $250 tournament style, or tournament here, as winner's going to take home a little bit of money, and more than that, I feel like it is going to be a practice grounds for Stamina. I'm not saying this game is going to be easy practice. It is going to come very difficult, because Gallant has proven that they can take down some of the best here in EU, but now this is a different day. It's a different story. Stage 5 ready. Stamina looking to, sharpen their craft. We're going to be on board with Inferno first. We might swap over to Drari, because he has been popping off lately, so we might give both of these players some love. Inferno going to be weak, and you see it already, the Thumper coming through and play. Love the use of the secondary there. Genius going to be able to clear the top side. That is going to be Gallant with the early advantage.
What it seems to be the new norm right now is that most players, not all, but most have adapted to the Type 25 with the recent update, the recent patch. The buff was really good for it, and that's the reason why you see most people rocking with that specific weapon as they get more and more used to this current update. In this first hardpoint, we're gonna see a bit of a lead going on to the favor of Stamina, but of course we have Gallant trying to answer back immediately. These point 1 and 2 as hectic as they like to be, but a lot of points are gonna be given. Most of them are gonna be for Stamina, like I mentioned. So far, I see that the one with the most kills is gonna be Grizz. Grizz right now with 7, and he is one of those that he is not playing with a type. He has opted to play with a shotgun and with a bit of an odd choice, but that has worked for him quite a while by now, and that's the R09.
Yeah, the R9, the doof. As
Yeah.
if you've ever used it in Warzone, it was extreme meta at the time. Now it's, you know, trying to make its way back in, and it's certainly a great fit here in COD Mobile, so glad to see the usage of it early on. Oh my god, Leader doing a great job of perimeter control. I gotta say, P2 Catwalk has been a decent one for the guys over to Gallant to close that gap, but they are going to be shut down as multiple players going to be intruding on the point. That's Nargs. He's up to 5 kills on board. Nargs going to come through for some objective time. He is going to opt to push back in, and sure enough, he's going to walk right into the grips of Band, who has earned himself a Predator missile and a Sentry gun. He's on a 6th streak as well, so got to keep out for him as Band, a.k.a. Leader, one of those top frags it is on, has, you know, certainly made a impact so far in this first matchup.
Yeah, so far he got the streaks. He could have gotten that cluster strike, unfortunately not going to be the case. He already used the Pred missile and the rotations have begun. The team that got there first is once again going to be Stamina, but fortunately enough for Gallant, you know, that P2 was definitely for them. They tied it up, and they are now going to be slightly behind, but not as much as they were after the first one. The spawn seems to be in favor of Stamina, and Gallant have to make sure that that changes soon, or else they're going to have a tough time. For those who may not know who 1.2 Test is, that's going to be Honor in the side of Gallant. He's going to be currently with 6 kills, and this is exactly what I was talking about, Verdict. The spawns are heavily favoring Stamina, and that is thanks to the good spawn control by, I think that was Drari, that was all the way back just waiting for his allies to be spawning on the right side, on the right spot.
Yeah, we're getting into the, you know, latter end of this P3 rotation. We're going to start seeing players looking for that new hill. That is going to be Drari, clear it out, although he's got 15 or 10 seconds left up for stakes, and he is going to be taken out. We're going to be on board with him as we see where he spawns at. That's interesting. You see Shift all the way at the back of the map. I was expecting a little bit of that, you know, momentum going towards that point, but obviously Stamina still having a heavy presence on that P3 rotation is ultimately going to come to their downfall here as the point P4 is going to be opening up, and look at it. The guys over at Gallant have a massive presence here. As a matter of fact, they've locked down spawns, but look at Inferno. Did he literally just spawn right back behind Plow? That is interesting. This is one of those points that I have felt to be one of the more controversial, where spawns are, you know, coming through in effect. Inferno going to be able to find one, and Ed is able to take down the Sentry gun. That could open the floodgates here for a decent little retake here. Band going to be making his rotation over with the Death Machine in hand, but sure enough, Stamina going to be able to persevere and gather a few seconds uncontested. We're going to see players pushing out of the hill. We've got about 10 seconds left on this point, and Genius looking for some scrap time himself. He's going to be shut down, and that is going to be Stamina with the lead going into this P1 reset.
Back and forth match between the two. We're going to see that Gallant have already positioned themselves trying to go for point number 1, but it's not working out too pretty, as Grease with that shotgun can also easily get in close range fight and try to go for them. He just picked his kill number 21, Verdict. He is on a rampage, on a streak, just rolling over the enemies right now with the Pred missile. He's gonna get a kill, clearing that hard point, but not completely. The enemies are still inside. That is gonna be Gallant, Gathila under control right now with the Death Machine. He gets the kill onto Grace, goes for the double onto Drari, but ends up dying. Drari does die as well. A back and forth match like I was talking about. This P1 so contested. After the first 2 points, it's been all over the place for this two. It goes in favor of Stamina, then it goes in favor of Gallant. I said that Stamina was on a good in a good moment, in a good period of time, but it seems like Gallant are also in a good momentum over here. The point is still going to be under control for Stamina. Not going to be over quite yet, but they're going to be less than 20 points away from victory.
Oh yeah, at the very least 20 points. As I'm looking at it, they're going to get uncontested time here. Inferno going to be able to soak it up. It looks like Onur wants a piece of the pie, and he gets shut down. That connector site not safe, and the Predator missile coming through. Who's got streaks? I don't know if Stamina does. I'm in a Predator missile glitch here. It does look like I'm stuck on this page, but we are going to finally see P2 opening up, and Stamina going to be able to close this thing out early. We're not even going to see a P3. 150 to 116. That is a absolute great way to start the day for Stamina. Gallant had a bit of a great start, but you saw the P1 rotation. The reset was on point. P4 was locked down. The retake was real. Stamina just overpowering this Gallant roster. they're going to be able to bounce back here on a search and destroy. But, man, I got to say that hard point was well fought from both teams, but Stamina just coming out on top. Take a look at the score streak, or the post-Carnage report, scorecard, whatever you guys want to call it. 27-17 for the Shotgun Legend Grizz. Grizz, man. Good night.
Like, when you're in that period of time, you were talking about Drury just in a good state. Narcs also playing quite well, but when you have Grizz, not that they did bad, but he just goes above and beyond, you know? 27 kills. The only closest to him, that's going to be Gathila on the other side with 23. But overall, like, Grizz helping the team a lot, and well, the remaining of them also putting in the job, getting the kills, getting the time inside of the objective. And a close matchup up until the end, but those last 2 kills were once again slightly favoring the side of Stamina, and that's just the right amount of time that they needed in order to get victory and start up this best of 5 with a 1-0 lead.
You're absolutely right. Stamina doing their business early here. They're able to take a hardpoint game that was, you know, pretty much a toss-up towards the middle of the game. As a matter of fact, we saw the contest come through for P4, the P1 reset, not favoring the guys over Gallant. Stamina able to, you know, snag that first game is massive. Why? Because now we got to search and destroy, and we all have seen how well these guys play in an S&D format. I am worried. I'm going to be taking a look at Narcs primarily through the beginning, because I saw a dude post on Twitter. He was posting highlights from our game from his perspective, and did I miss out on some pretty decent shots? That guy is a king with the sniper, bro. So we're going to give him an opportunity to shine here early on, and maybe bounce back and forth between players as we see fit. But I did notice in chat, you remember how I was asking, hey, you know, how does this sound good enough for you for the live notification? Sure enough, I have Master. Master, get baited, bro. Love you.
Get baited. Absolutely. Well played. I was like, yeah, that's the right notification for day number 3 of this event. Like, absolutely. No doubts.
Dubs all around, firm handshakes.
Yeah, firm handshakes indeed. Okay, verdict. We got ourselves a game number 2. We set it search and destroy on firing range. This is heavily beneficial for someone with a sniper such as Narcs. You said it. Let's give him some love, some screen time. He's gonna start off with a DLQ, aiming towards that wood area, that wood building. So far, not gonna see anyone. His allies are actually being quite aggressive. That is going to be Grizz. The Grizz ends up getting taken out by Gathila. The first blood is in favor of Gallant Esports. The bomb carrier is the same player that got the first kill, Gathila, but immediately there's going to be the answer from Drury. We know how there's usually multiple snipers on the team of Stamina. That is going to be Narcs, Drury, and Drury getting another naughty kill onto Gathila, and that's going to be now.
Oh, Drury! Oh my god, Drury clearing off that A-long area, bro. I've been spectating him. I was looking for Narcs, but obviously, you know, with Drury popping off, Narcs going to pick up that last kill. 3 kills on board for the man, the myth, the legend, Drury. He has been just an absolute force in this new season update. I'm not saying he wasn't before, but more recently, he shined all through this, you know, MVP caliber team and Stamina, and bro, rightfully deserved. 1 kill on board for Narcs. We saw the last kill come through. Gallant had a great start. Obviously, weren't able to capitalize on the man advantage, and now we're going to see the man advantage go in favor. Oh, short-lived, though. 2 for 2. Drury looking to even things up, as well as Narcs, who's sniping mid. And now we're going to see, you know, a little bit of strats here from Gathila making the rotation over. Looks like they might want to make that push towards B, as I see Genius trying to clear sights. He has one player there to deal with, and that's Shift. So it's a 1-1-1 split for each team. Look at it across the map, but Drury able to find the shots on that A-long area. That's going to open the floodgates for that B push, but lo and behold, Shift's right there. Oh, Shift get turned on!
Shift is down. He is out. This is going to be a 2 versus 2. Gathila is still carrying the bomb, and with the help of Genius, they're going to sort of feel secure enough to plant the bomb, but Narcs is ready for it. Currently going to be destroying that trophy system now, going for the kill. Going to be the first shot from the other side, Drury. The other sniper going to find another opponent. Both of them are pushing at the same time. Narcs is the one being the most aggressive, shooting through the walls. He's going to get pushed over, getting the kill onto Gathila. And now the double. No, Genius actually gets the kill into Drury, turning this into a 1v1. 25 seconds on the clock, and we are in In a good moment for the player Genius, all he has to do is make sure that they don't defuse the bomb. Finds Narcs in an awkward spot, starts shooting at him. He doesn't get the kill, but he knows that he only has to distract him. He goes that round, takes the kill with the Type 25, and that is going to be even things out. I definitely liked how both Godzilla and Genius played this round. They made sure that they were safe, they planted the bomb, and then just capitalized on that time running out against their opponents.
Yeah, it was a 3v3. They lose with one player on that A-long side, and they knew for a fact they did not want to continue to contest it because you got Drari and Narcs holding that fort down. It makes it so much more difficult to make those rotations. Bang, a.k.a. Leader, is going to find first blood here for Gallant. Looking to even the series up. They've even the Search and Destroy matchup so far. Grizz is not going to be able to, yeah, he makes it up the top. That's tough. Grizz, oh my god, Leader, how does that not kill him? One shot up top literally left him with like maybe 10% health. But Grizz going to be able to sustain the long game. Not for long, though, because guess what nades are OP as hell. And that's going to be a 2-for-0 trade. That is going to get a 2-man advantage for the guys over at Gallant. They're going to be looking to capitalize on it, but Drari stuck right here in the middle. He swapped over to the Type 25. He's found one. He's found two. Lacking. Even things out. Drari picking up some much-needed frags, and he might be able to pick up another one, but guess what? Onur says absolutely not. And that is still going to be a 1-man advantage in favor now of the guys over at Gallant, as we have about 50 seconds on the clock. Bomb is down. Only 2 players left from Stamina to work with.
That is going to be Inferno and Shift trying to defend these bombs. Only 40 seconds on the clock as they try to prevent any sort of plan from happening. Inferno doesn't know it, but there's going to be a player right beside him. That's going to be Genius, who gets out of the trailer, goes in for the kill, takes it, leaving Shift in a 1v3. 30 seconds on the clock. The bomb is going to start to be planted, but Capo doesn't even care about the bomb being planted. He just want to get the kill, and with a sniper, he does so, bringing the advantage in favor of Gallant Esports. Verdict, we were talking about Narcs, and so far, you know, he's gotten 2 kills. But Drari is the one that's starting to pop up so far with 7 kills for the player himself, you know?
Oh, yeah.
He's doing an amazing job. Problem is, that's not been enough. They've already lost twice in a row now.
They have as well, and I can, you know, I'm not going to blame Grizz for this one, but he's gone 3 rounds in a row. Hasn't even gotten a kill on board, and, you know, I love the fact that he's aggressive, but in a game like this, you need to play for the long run, and right now, he needs to play his life. I do see him peeking this B jungle side area. Genius able to get some good position on top of the jungle top. But that is going to be Onur actually opening up the floodgates here. Top wood area. 1 player down. That's Inferno. Stamina. Need to find a frag of themselves. And, you know, who else but Drari to do it is he's got some decent position on this A-long area. He's got 3 players about to push up. We'll see if he's able to do so. Narcs, with the first attempt, does get his first blood in this round. Grizz still a little quiet. Drari going to be ousted. It's going to be Grizz, Shift, and Narcs left at a 3v4. Capo and Gathelia all going to be making that rotation A-long. It's clear. They've got the sights. Genius finds Grizz. That's massive. Shift going to be able to pick up that refrag. But hey, there's only 2 players left. They're going to go ahead and get this bomb plant down. 45 seconds on the clock. Narcs and Shift looking to play together. Might have a play here. They got to play it together. I mean, there's no dice that they're able to get this plant through. Oh, Capo. Right through the bottom of the trailer. Capo gets another one, too. GG's.
GG's indeed. I honestly don't know how pro players are able to see so clearly through those thin lines of vision that you get under the trailer, but that's the reason why they are pro players, and I'm not. That was an insane double kill for Capo, and another round for Gallant Esports, now being really aggressive. Onur takes a kill into Grace, but then gets taken out by Shift. That's a 4v4. Nars continues to shoot at enemies, but missing quite a lot of shots. I don't know what's going on, but what I do know is that Inferno got taken out. Drari got the kill onto Genius, and that is going to be a 3 versus 3. A minute and a half remaining. Gathila still playing quite passively. You know, he's not being the aggressor most of these rounds. He just waits it out. He wants to feel safe before doing any sort of movement and positioning himself in a potential spot to die, because when you're the bomb carrier, you also got to take the extra step at making sure that the bomb is not going to be in an awkward spot for the team if you end up dying. Now, we're going to get a bit more chill, you know, after about 30 seconds of hectic action between the two. Now they're taking a deep breath to just reorganize themselves and see how they want to approach this round.
Yeah, they're going to play it a little strategical. They're going to make the push towards that A site, and sure enough, Gerari going to be right there on his grind here. Oh, he might have been spotted right here. No, he isn't. He's going to be uncontested. Oh, my God. Gets one. Gets two. That's massive. The bomb's down. Leader is going to be left in a 1v2. Leader finds one. Now he's got a Shift to deal with, but there's only 35 seconds on the clock, and look where the bomb's at. It's right on the A site. Shift could do a great job of spoiling here if he gets the call out from his compadres. I'm sure Gerari saw the bomb go down. Obviously, he had to have known where it was at, and Band Leader gonna go ahead and pick up the bomb. Isn't gonna be peeking his backside. Gonna go ahead and for this plant shift, gonna make it rain shots on the bomb site effectively, and that's gonna be a 2-3. One round advantage still in favor of the guys who were gallant, but now we're gonna flip sides and see how Stamina do here on the attack. If it's anything like the defense, they got picked apart. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was expecting them to pick up at least 3 rounds on that defense. Now they're gonna be forced to, make these pushes from the attacking side. As we do see the bombs getting picked up, pushed towards it. Inferno's weak, is able to recover. Grizz still on the donut board. 0 kills on board for him, and this is a tough one. He had a big first game. Obviously, we need to see that with a follow-up performance here in the Search or Destroy.
I think a big part of that is, like, we talk about the R9O being able to have an impact for this player Grizz, but here on firing range, like, I don't think it's a map for shotguns. Even when I see Miney, for example, using that KRM, I'm like, okay, you may make it work, but something when it's an almost automatic shotgun, you're not gonna get as much damage at a distance. And, well, he gets taken out again. Gerari popping out with 13 is gonna be in a 1v2, but gets taken down by Genius. Another point for the Gallant rosters. That is gonna be a 4-3. 2 rounds away from victory, doing an insane job. And I just gotta, I gotta call out Grizz on that one,
Yeah.
I know that he is really comfortable with it, but on this map, with a weapon that doesn't really have that much range, I'm not too sure how much you can do with it.
No, you really got to be a little more adaptive in this situation. Right now, he is being reactive, and he's not reacting fast enough. So, we're going to see another round be taken there. Genius, just 200 IQ, makes the push for the bomb. If he didn't make that push out the trailer with that slide peek on point, there's no dice he gets that defused. Sure enough, that last player there, can't even remember who it was. Maybe it was Gerari, maybe it was Shift. I'm not 100% sure, but had he played his life maybe just one more second and not contested the bomb as he did, looks like he was trying to make that push over towards the bomb head glitch, but sure enough, Genius coming through just absolutely pounced on him. Now we're going to see a 4v4 here, 1-for-1 trades. Bombs down already, 20 seconds in the mix, and not a single push has been made yet. As a matter of fact, we're going to see Genius held up on the backside. He's going to be left in a 1v1 with an Inferno, and Inferno going to make him pay for it. The Thumper. OP, bro.
I just saw Grizz finally, I don't know, yep, that was his first kill of the game, bringing the round in favor of Stamina. Still gonna be in the backhand of it. A 1 round disadvantage is not the end of the world. It's pretty much doable, but Gallant are also putting in the effort. It seems like it could be a problem out of their defending, but let's see how much of a problem it could be. As I see Band playing with the M13. That is gonna be one of the new weapons that I've seen in this patch. I don't think I've seen too many players using it, but so far Leader has gotten 5 kills this game. Genius getting another 1 onto Inferno. Then he gets taken out by Shift with the Type 25 and his allies. It's gonna be a 3v3. And well, the defense, I see Honor sniping all the way back with his DLQ. I also see Capo playing with a different approach, a different angle, just defending the B-bomb, and that's going to be the right move, because if he waits for long enough, there's going to be 3 angry Stamina players going that side. He sees the first one, and gets distracted with the first one, pays the price by the second being Narcs. You cannot be, like, forgetting about
you can't
Narcs.
be tunnel vision right there in that situation. You got way too many players to deal with right there on that push. If you anticipate
Absolutely.
3 making that push towards B, because you know for a fact they're not going to leave 1 player behind. They're going to push collectively. You got to be considerate of the fact that that other one might be back there as well. So Narcs makes him pay. Bomb's planted, 26 seconds on the clock. Leader going to be left in a 1v3. He finds one shift on the backs of that head glitch. Is going to be able to stay alive and repositions a little bit just to, deter the accuracy there, and is going to be able to repeak it and get that pick, and that's going to be a 4-4 now. So some great strats here coming through for the guys over at Stamina. They've been able to take 2 so far. Looking for another one here. They've got the first game in their bag. That's the hard point. It was a 150 to 119 game. Looking pretty decent on the comeback here as, it kind of got out of hand earlier on. Not too much, though. Inferno and Drari. Drari has just been so unstoppable right now. 15 kills on board for the man. Bombs in the hands of Shift, looking to make this push up. Onur looking to shut things down, gets shut down himself, and now Cathilia gonna have 4 more left to deal with. Oh my god, Cathilia! The movement, the accuracy, everything on point. Makes it a 1v3, which is still unfavorable. Inferno might be able to take him out here, but the shot's not necessarily going to be landing. He's got about 30 seconds on the clock. 7 kills on board for Inferno. Already 2 in this round alone. And we're going to see the reposition. Inferno recognizes it. The shots are going to come raining in, and Inferno able to win that gunfight. We're going to be on match point now. Shoes on the other foot. Stamina looking to close this one out. They don't want to see a round 11.
They, of course, do not, but let's see what's going to be the deal. I think probably Narcs was the star yesterday on Search and Destroy for Stamina. Now, Drari wants to take his spot away. So far, you said it, 16 kills as he is approaching round number 10. Capo finds the first blood. Inferno answers back. Then he gets taken out. Drari takes a kill onto Capo. And that is going to be an insane amount of kills. They didn't want it around 11. Well, they may have it. Right now, it's a 1v3 where Drari couldn't keep up against Onur and the Type 25. He gets taken out. And we got onto round number 11. And no more second chances. In here, I am still, like, pretty... I don't know, I feel in an awkward spot with Grease. 11 rounds, only 1 kill verdict.
Yeah, this is tough, man. He had a 27-14 start. He's going to get outnumbered here, and I don't think he's going to be able to get the call-outs out. Where is the energy from all the Stamina team? Is there nobody listening? Stamina going to get outplayed here. 3 players push in, 1 casualty. Narcs able to pick up the refrag. Oh, Grant's coming through in the clutch, finds 1 more. Narcs gonna be able to close it out there. Inferno putting some shots in. Now it's a 2v3. Bomb is down right on that B site, and look who's left. Genius. I've seen this guy clutch many a times. He finds 1. That's Inferno. Drari. He's been untouchable this game. 18 kills on board. Is an absolute carry. Gonna go ahead and force Genius back to reposition, but the bomb's down on B, and Genius wasn't able to pick it up. I gotta say, he's doing a great job of playing his life. Makes the full-on flank, gets shots on Narcs, of course. But his movement is going to be predicted. It's not going to be answered, though. Genius! On the backs of a 1v3. That escalated quickly. Narcs gets dropped on. Drari just a bit too slow on the reflex there, but man, what a hell of a game. Stamina should have had that one in the bag. Gallant able to sneak one in on the backs of Genius, who had the brilliant Genius plays.
Yeah, Genius with the masterpiece goes all the way around. They completely were unaware of his presence. Gets the first one, gets the second, gets the round and the game. That's GG. The 18 kills from Drari are not going to be enough for the team of Gallant Esports. With a more evenly distributed sort of, but Genius still going to be their MVP. 14 kills. Amazing job for him. Amazing way of clutching a round. You said it yourself. You've seen him clutch rounds plenty of times. Well, this is going to be another one for the record. Insane job. And now we're going to be 1-1 between Stamina and Gallant.
Yo, someone do me a favor and screenshot that for Drari. I want to print that out and put it on his fridge later on because, bro, 18 kills in a search and destroy game against a top-tier opponent. Just freaking ridiculous. Unfortunately, you see the remainder of the players there nowhere near that, double-digit marker. As a matter of fact, closest one was Inferno and Narcs, and sure enough, they fall shy by 2 kills. 2 big carries from 2 teams. One going to have a little bit more support. That's Genius, though, putting in the work, closing it out there in game number 2, that round 11. I said it, Stamina did not want to see it. And, you go back to that play. It's a 3v1, okay? You drop one. The bomb's on the ground. obviously you're trying to play for that B angle, but you got to be a little less tunnel visioned on it. You saw Narcs, all his direction and focus was on that B bomb site. Why? Because that's where the player was at initially. But you got to be aware of the location of the players. If you're not getting anything on the back end, if you're not getting any glimpse of him, maybe you should have covered your back. But fortunately, that wasn't the case. Genius makes the full-on flank rotation, comes through mid, pops Narcs, pops Ferrari. Super unfortunate. You can see it literally falling through the grasp of Stamina's hands, and now we're all tied up, and a domination raid is going to be the deciding factor of who's going to have the advantage moving on to game number 4. This is a guaranteed game 4 situation now. Gil made his prediction earlier. He's sticking by it because why? It's right. 1-for-1 team for each team. Stamina take the hard point. Gallant. Oh my God. I still can't believe they won that one. Able to snag the search and destroy. We're looking at a guaranteed game 4 situation. What are we expecting here in this matchup?
Well, I am not too sure. Like, I want to keep an eye open yet again for Grace, because it's been a polar end of the spectrum performance for him so far, right?
Yeah.
He got the phenomenal game 1 and then a not so great game number 2. As we move on to Respawn's back again, and it's on Raid. It's a map that if you are being super aggressive, you can take good value off of the shotgun if he decides to play with it. If you're all the way over at the kitchen with your team with 2 flags and them on the A side, you can like clear that area.
Yeah. You could control the traffic in through kitchen and money room and whatnot. So and that's a great point that you pointed out, because why? During Mobile Mayhem finals or quarterfinals, that's exactly what he did. He was in a semifinal situation. Obviously, his team didn't move forward, but he did a great job of controlling that traffic in and out of kitchen. And if it's on the flip side of things, his team has A, he did a great job of having that strong map presence in the middle of the map, in courtyard P5 area, pushing to that L or that zigzag area. And obviously he's going to be in a position where he's going to be able to maximize on his kills. And if you're Gallant, you've got to be looking for that, because regardless if you kill him or not, he's going to be there, back time after time. And, if he's not necessarily, something that you factor in, it could definitely catch you off guard. Now we're going to go ahead and jump right into a game number 3, Domination Raid. Who's going to have the advantage? Gallant able to tie the series up. Stamina looking for another edge. They've been pretty decent here in Respawn game modes in particular. Recently, Search and Destroy, hands down, one of the best teams I've ever been able to cast in the CU scene for quite a while. So for them to lose that one, it's definitely got to be a major setback.
So we start with this game. I want to give a little bit of screen time to Genius, the MVP of last game. Right now, going to be playing with the Type 25 and dropping to the hands of none other but Grace. Grace no longer playing with a shotgun. He opts to go for the Type 25. He's going to be clearing the middle of the map towards the side of the pool. And his team might be trying to gain some control over at B. But currently going to be working out slightly. We see Narcs in there with the SVD. This recently introduced sniper. His ally gets taken out, but he continues to be alive, captures the flag, and that is gonna be 2 flags in favor of Stamina right off the bat. In here I see Shift being sneaky, just waiting for enemies to go through, and not working out. Leader, like with a completely turn onto the enemy. 180 turn, takes the kill. Drari is behind them yet again, and the full push got eliminated thanks to the hands of that grenade.
Yep, that was a tremendous map control and an opportunity for the guys over at Gallant to put a little bit of pressure on that B site. They eventually get it done. No harm, no foul there. We saw 4 players jump in, or maybe 3 it was. They get taken down. The nades placement on point here for Stamina. Everything needs to be on point, though, as we see a lot of ring control here early on in this first half. It's got to be a strong one for Gallant if you want to assert your dominance. Obviously, we're playing for the long game, too, so we need to see back-to-back halves be on point, but right now it's looking pretty decent here for Gallant. They have edged out one of the better opponents here in this Search and Destroy format. That's a big dub for them. Genius, that's got to be a huge confidence booster for him. Not saying that he needed it. Dude's always cracked, but to be able to win a 1v3 against 3 legends, just absolutely ridiculous. 36-33 as Gallant has finally taken the advantage and is going to be continuing to run away with it. But sure enough, Ferrari, the man who I've been considering to be one of the better or most stand-down players recently, doing his due diligence, clears ringside control, gets that B cap, and that is going to be the advantage back in favor of Stamina. But now, you know, we've had a back-and-forth affair. Where's the creativity? Are we going to see anybody going for the opposite end of the spectrum? Maybe a little bit of a C push? You're right. There they are. Band, leader, Genius, looking to make this push. Are going to be able to clear the path, but one player drops. Band, able to win that 1v1 gunfight. That's massive.
That might be the capture, but there was Narcs with the Death Machine to barely save his ground. And that is going to be continuing the double capture for Stamina. Great job done for Narcs. In there, he receives a lot of damage, continues to be alive, just pushing forward, trying to get that kill into Laundry. Doesn't matter too much as long as he's pushing enemies back. His duty is being done. And if you look at the lower side of the map, you're going to see 3 players rotating in through the middle side of the map. Let's see if they opt to go for B or if they want to go for Charlie. So far, I see Leader yet again going for Charlie, but he gets stunned with that tactical nade. He's going to receive the shots from Grease. His allies help him out, but the push is still not coming in place. Stamina recovered their control over at Bravo and have not lost it since. They may do for a little while, but with only Capo alive, it's going to be a tough one. Has to survive. Actually, not enough time. End of the first round, 75 to 61 in favor of Stamina. A game is not over, but that's pretty much a copy and paste of what happened on the game of Hardpoint. Just a back and forward party between these two teams.
Yo, you're absolutely right. Now, we flip sides. We're going to see who's got operators, who's got score streaks, and take a look at the scoreboard. 12-5 for Narcs. I have not given him much screen time, and he deserves it because why? He's using that SVD, and this is what we're talking about, the EU scene. They are pioneers behind what is going to be the meta, and they're always going to be on top of, you know, trying to change the scene up, be unique, and they have done it in their own. I saw a tweet the other day from Jingo, one of the pro players from Status Quo. He was talking about the Thumper being a viable secondary option if you don't want to use the Shorty anymore. Sure enough, EU was doing it well before then. These guys are no strangers to mixing it up. They're going to continue to do so, and Narc's going to be able to continue to frag out here. 15 on board so far. Doesn't have any score streaks, but definitely owning this ring control side of the map. And the B-cap coming through early. Stamina, able to extend that lead point by point. The longer this goes on, the more pressure is on for Gallant to perform. And right now, they are getting shut down.
Yeah, and you were talking about Narcs using this SVD. And understandably so, it's pretty similar concept to what the SKS works, which allows you to shoot slightly faster than the other snipers at the expense of having less damage. But the SVD is, I would say that arguably has more damage and more multiplier damage on the chest and the head, which allows you to get more one-shot, one-kill frequently when you're using it, and even more so if you had the aim that Narcs has. Problem is that they lost control over at B. Let's see for how long they are gonna stay like that. I see that Honor is right now on the kitchen area, and we're talking about Grace trying to make this move, and he's the one doing it. Problem is, 4-player push goes all the way back to Charlie and is being defended by none other than Capo. Capo gets the double, gets the...
Capo.
I think that was a 4-piece.
That was a 4-piece, bro. 4-piece, no fries. All. Just frag straight coming through. Capo doing a phenomenal job. Shuts down the C flip. Does a great job of manning the fort. And sure enough, the B-cap is going to be still in favor of Gallant. They're trying to make this comeback through. It is very possible. Still a lot of time left on the board here. A little bit of an advantage here. About a 10-point deficit that they got to overcome. Maybe a little bit more. But you see the points stacking up point by point. And you know, Inferno and Stamina have to do a better job of earning that map control. Right now, they're getting, you know, that shoe flipped right now. You know, it's started off in their favor. They had great map control. Obviously, they get taken down mid, and that's a huge, huge advantage. Drari, man, this guy's just so great with it. Able to clear off that ringside. Got a little bit of help from his teammate before he dropped, but does the deed, falls back. And now we're going to see the advantage continue to rise. 7 points is still in favor of Stamina. Only a few moments here before we're getting into that triple cap territory. As I'm looking at it, it is literally shy of a few seconds here. 3, 2, well, 1 right there. That's it. Triple cap territory down for the guys over at Gallant. As we see the points come through, it's not going to happen. The double cap is going to be pushed. Genius looking to make something happen here. He saw his clutch plays there in game number 2. Can he clutch it up for the boys here?
So far, they're trying to capture B. Genius is trying to put his grain in this play. Not gonna work out. The time is not gonna be enough for Bravo. The double cap continues to be for Stamina, and they are gonna have the advantage once again, 150 to 133. That's a GG and a victory. Not over quite yet. Remember, this is a best of 5. This is the semifinal of the winner side of the bracket. So this is still not over yet, and I'm digging with it. You know, I'm rocking with what's going on so far. Both of these teams are just putting an insane amount of work. And well, fortunate enough for the Stamina roster, that is gonna be in their favor, 2-1.
It is indeed, and you see how these teams put up those top playing abilities. Got to give it to Narcs, man. Narcs, not necessarily the top frag in the search and destroy, but sure enough, look, he's popping off 23 and 10. He was upset. He wanted to make sure his team won this game, and sure enough, not enough caps to even consider, but MVP status on point, elite performance from Narcs. The SVD, Gunna Choice, just an absolute slay fest for him. 23 and 10, just absolutely ridiculous. Drari, on the other hand, 15 and 14, 6 caps. Objective Player of the Year. I don't care. The man is just cracked by all means. 15 and 14 is okay. You dropped 18 in the search, okay? Maybe, a little bit of that fragging ability, was left on that map, and sure enough, your team had your back in the trenches, and when you're able to put up 6 caps, I'm all good with that. And on the flip side of things, they don't even see 2 players in the lobby. They bounce out before we can get there. You absolutely fried, though. 21 and 14. He was the only one that went positive, I'm assuming, for the side of Gallon. So we've got to guarantee game 4. Can Stamina close it out here? Gonna need to have another hardpoint performance like they did earlier.
And as we now move for another game of hardpoint, would you say that Stamina are gonna get it in the bag in a 3-1 fashion, or is Gallon Esports gonna be able to tie it up once more? What is your opinion on that?
It's solely based on what team shows up from Gallon. All right, we saw the ability to overcome some adversity in the search and destroy, but we have yet to see that kind of performance since. And I'm not sure if it's based off the fact that they don't have raid in the lobby, or if raid's even a factor in the series. We've seen the recent allegations. Obviously, Bro started streaming, so I guess everyone can shut their mouth on that situation, as dude is on Trovo, or was on Trovo. So hopefully, if he's not hacking, his name will get cleared. But I got to go back to what Tex said in chat. Tex Donkey. Yeah, I'm not going to say the rest of that, bro. Tex comes through and he says they need raid. I 100% agree, bro.
Well, game number 4 gonna begin. We said it. Hardpoint here on standoff. We're still waiting on a player to sign in with us. That is going to be, who is it missing? It's Genius. The masterpiece of the victory for them in game number 2 is going to be finally connected into the game, and this is going to be a hardpoint matchup. Who do we start with? Who was the MVP from the last game?
Narcs.
Was it Narcs? Yes, let's go with it.
Let's roll with it. We're going to see him pull out the holder. This is a little more condensed map. You're not going to have those wide open lanes like on raid or even a firing range. So I'm going to see him utilize the 100 mag capacity and just kind of hold point and spray and pray for his life. Grizz doing a great job of earning a little bit of map control there. Frono gets dropped. Drari picking up his first kill. Many more to come as the action is just getting started. 18 points uncontested so far for Stamina. Off to a phenomenal start, but they have good sides of the spawn. So, of course, they need to get their piece of the pie early on. We're going to see the contest come through, and the retake comes along with it. Capo able to solidify the point for a moment in time being, but the spawns are still down and packed for Stamina, so they're going to be right there to contest. But you can see it, not as eager to contest as they've already picked up 21 points. They're playing for that long game, and that is the P2 rotations.
Yeah, let's see how good or bad it works for them. They allowed the enemy team to get about 34 points or so, and with the Capo being the only one there, everyone else is starting their rotations. That is going to be, for example, Leader with still playing with the M13. I talked about it on the other game that he was playing with it, and so far working out for him. He tried to go for a double kill, not working out, because in front of him there was Drori, I believe, Drury is not an easy one to fight against, and as per usual, he's gonna be once again the one with the most kills for the team, you know. 6 kills so far, not like super above others, but definitely in a good moment in time. Problem is that the control continues to be in favor of Gallant for now.
It is, as well as this P2 spawn site. As a matter of fact, look at these players from Stamina. They're going balls to the wall. There's only 25 seconds left on the clock. This is a moment of reality. Do you play for P2, or P3 rather? You played for P2 earlier. You see it didn't pan out. Guys over at Gallant just making you pay, and there we go. Narc's going to go ahead and spawn that back alley area. They're going to be playing for Big Blue here as all those points are going to go in favor of Gallant. They have done a great job. Even at the face of that P1, they were able to contest, get the break, get the rotations to go along with it there for that P2. Jeans makes his first attempt at a break. Gets shut down, but Stamina only have 4 players there to contest. Their other 2, or 3 players rather, other 2 just now spawning in. Thankfully, they're going to be spawning in that backside spawn. Narcs actually spawns tractor site. We're going to see the push come through from both angles, up top and down low, and both players are going to get shut down. Stamina doing a great job here on the holding down man of this top blue area.
Yeah, definitely finally getting the control that they needed. And so far, about 20, almost 30 seconds have been straight for the team of Stamina. Try to close that gap that was pretty big prior to this point. So far, working out wonderfully for them. The one rotating in, West Capo gets taken out. The second one is gonna be Gathila with his Type 25 trying to go through the window, but once again, Drury takes him out. That is gonna be a clean distribution of players, not allowing opponents to go through. And for that same reason, the side of Gallant try to rotate in him. Gathila did go for the last few points, you know. He does get about, I want to say 5. And I'm honestly not too sure how worth that was, because it seems like Stamina are gonna get first onto the
yeah. I was looking at it, and there was like 3 players that spawned. Look at this. Look at the cluster strikes from both of these teams. Good night. Band able to make his way in. Leader doing a phenomenal job. The cluster strikes coming through for both sides. Look, there's only 1 player in the hill, but both of the cluster strikes are going to prevent the rotations from both teams, and now we're going to have a standoff. Leader able to win that one and is able to extend the lead for a bit. As we got about 35 seconds on the point, the break comes through, and Stamina on the objective, and they need it, because why? The rotations were favoring them, even on the backs of spawns coming through. But we saw it. The cluster strike kind of put their push at a standstill. And sure enough, Leader able to capitalize. The only player that was able to capitalize, as a matter of fact, he's going to find his way back on the point. And the contest coming through, and oh my good night. Leader frying. Only got 10 kills on board, but those were some massive ones to clear up the objective, as well as that cluster strike that pretty much halted anybody from Stamina come through for the contest in that P4. And there you go. 118 to 96. P1 resets coming through. 2 seconds. Stamina looking to get the advantage. Gonna have a hell fault one here, as Courtyard is gonna turn into a graveyard here shortly.
And as we get back onto the point number 1, Gathila tried to clean that against 3 opponents. He got 2 killed, and he got the other one low, so his allies could break through. That is going to be once again Leader in there with M13, trying to go for the kill, and only does some damage. Narcs continues to be alive. So far, he's gotten 16 kills, and has this drone to make sure that he's going to provide some utilities for the squad. Maybe a couple kills, but more importantly, some vision on where the opponents are at. He's currently hovering over this Granny's building, you know, going back and forth and getting the vision that I was talking about. The team of Stamina continues to be inside, and at this point in time, I would say that Gallant should go to point number 2, and that's exactly what they're doing. But let's see how well that's gonna work out. I see that Capo still pushing in, and I don't think I agree with that push at all.
You know what? I'm 100% with you on that one, but you know, the guys over at Gallant had a phenomenal job on the rotations earlier on. Now they're going to have the advantage to start things off with. They're going to be able to run the tables uncontested at the moment, but sure enough, players from Stamina are going to be inching, you know, player by player, but you got to send in a collective push. Capo's the only one on the objective right now, where he's going to get a little bit of help there from Gathila. Gathila able to win the gunfight. They're looking for that Game 5 guaranteed best of 5 here. Stamina, if you're able to get the contest in the break, Inferno going to lead the pack, could close it out, but the shutdown, Capo able to man the fort with the gravity spikes. He finally gets taken down, and sure enough, Grizz with that R9 is going to be taken down just as well. So the trades are back and forth so far. It's Favor and Gallant. They're fighting tooth and nail. Looks like they might be able to close it out here.
They only need a couple more seconds in. Leader is still inside, covering this window, but then the push comes through. There's gonna be Inferno inside, but gets taken out because of the turret. He made the push with the turret inside. Doesn't matter too much. The team is inside of this building, and I see that the rotations are happening right now. Everybody rushing, running as quickly as possible, but the first one to get there is gonna be Gallant. Then Inferno through the window trying to get inside, and he does. Stamina inside the utilities.
No,
they're
good
using
night.
all their death machines. The death machine from Grease. Oh my god, Grease now
He's
takes
going to
out
be able
the
to hold
shorty.
it. That's it. Game number 4. Stamina. Able to edge out Gallant on a well-fought P2, which led to that P3 top blue. The break comes in the nick of time, and sure enough, Stamina able to close it out on the backs of that break. Got to give a shout out to Grizz and Inferno, who led the pack on the top side of the area, but Drari, the man down low, able to clear out a few with the death machine of himself, and that, you got to say, that was a phenomenal usage of your operator. I've never seen somebody be able to get the break, even not having the advantage in that rotation alone. Sure enough, they earned it, but God, did Gallant put up a fight? Look at Onur, bro. Dropped 32. Nobody even close to that, in that area of frags. As a matter of fact, the closest player to him is Narcs on the flip side of things with 23 and 18. Good God. Stamina just too OP.
Yeah, you said it. Honor try his hardest. 32 kills, 42 seconds inside of the OVJ, but Stamina on a whole other level. We saw that push coming through between Grease and Inferno. West completely flawless, using all of their utilities. The death machine using that shotgun to make sure that no one could come through those stairs. And that brings the victory by only 3 points. Only 3 points separated Gallant Esports for a potential Game 5. And unfortunately, getting dropped, not eliminated, but falling down onto the lower brackets. So don't worry about Gallant, they're still in, but Stamina continue to be now moving on to the grand finals, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, they got a ticket to the show, bro. They're moving on here in the Meseeks Invitational EU Showdown. Guys, have no fear. Gallant are going to have a second chance at life. They'll be fighting it out in the gulag, as we won't see them play again today. We'll be seeing them play tomorrow. They've got a guaranteed spot to play for their lives in the semifinals of the gulag bracket. So have no fear. We'll see them back tomorrow. Stamina the same. They're going to have their one-way ticket to the grand finale. And, tickets to the show is massive, as they are just a dominant force. As a matter of fact, I believe they've only lost 2 maps this winners bracket side of things. So they're on point right now. They took down Nova. They took down Gallant. They've taken down some pretty big titans. Asilium, they closed that one out in 2. That was hella massive. But yeah, now we've got plenty of action left for today. That is going to be the gulag side of the bracket, which we will see Nova and Bunker Esports, as well as Navi and Asilium. So guys, we're going to get geared up to get these teams in a lobby for our second matchup of the day, which is, again, is that Nova and Bunker?
I think it's Asylum and Navi for match 2, I think.
Gotcha. There we go. So Asilium and Navi for match number 2. We'll get those guys in a lobby. Give us a few minutes to prepare ourselves. Don't go anywhere. I've got to rehydrate. Obviously, that took a lot out of me. Good night. Hell of a way to start the games off for this semifinals winner side. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with some more action. Alrighty, guys, you asked. We're here to deliver. We've got a best of 3 here in the Gulag series. That is going to be Navi and Asilium. This is going to be a tough best of 3 for both of these teams. And sure enough, here they are. Now, on a side note, Gil, I know we were talking off stream, but to my knowledge, I think we may have had a team drop out. Is that right?
I think you're right. It seems like Nova are not gonna be able to come through with their own gameplay, and well, that would mean that Bunker would move on to the next round and would have to play the winner between the next two, which are Navi and Asylum.
Yep, you're absolutely right. So we're still gonna have a third matchup of the night. It just won't be Nova and Bunker. Bunker gonna get that free pass, and they're going to be facing off with a sweaty opponent of their own here. And, you know, in all reality, I don't think I've seen Bunker play yet. So to see a team not play and make it to the Gulags, you know, semifinals, that's tough. Nonetheless, we've still got plenty of action left. Asilium and Navi are going to be fighting it out in a best-of-3 format, and they're going to start things off with a hardpoint takeoff.
Right, then after hardpoint takeoff, we're moving on to search and destroy on raid, and a potential third game of domination firing range. The bans from Asylum are gonna be standoff as a map, and the Annihilator. From Navi, it is going to be Crossfire and the Sparrow. I think ever since we got those two that you don't like at all, the Tag 5 and the Kinetic Shield, it is all over for Annihilator and Sparrow, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's Murder, She Wrote, and that's the way it should be, because it makes these approaches to breaking points just that much more difficult. You got to be a little more strategic with it, as well as have a diversity of score or operators in your hand. All too often, we've seen you know, the likes of Goliath just run rampant in the map. That would be a great opportunity if you are a skill player and know how to utilize operators such as the Tempest, right? It's not the best, most overpowered, but literally could take down a Goliath single-handedly. So going to be interested to see how these rotations come through. We're going to start things off on a big map and close things off on a slightly smaller map, but the best of 3 formats are in. Raid, Search, and Destroy should be interesting. The firing range Dom, if it goes the distance, which I hope it does, I'm banking on these two teams, you know, putting it all on the line here. 2 stage 5 ready teams, ready to rock and roll. They are all green checks across the board, and that is going to take us to game number 1. Again, takeoff. P1 going to be a bloodbath, right? This is going to be wide open in the fountain side of the map, where you literally have to cover 360 degrees of whatever the opponents have up their sleeve. So we're going to be on board with first and foremost Creed, the MVP from your Mobile Mayhem Fall 2021 season, looking to make an impact here early on in this game number 1. We'll see how it pans out now as the rotations come through. 1 second on the point, and we are open for business. Sharp going to be able to find some shots as well as Marvel and Balance, and that is going to be Asilium racking up some kills in the feed.
Yeah, getting up some control, immediately getting it to fight back. We have Navi trying to get in there. We talked about Creed. He's going to be playing with the Holger. He wants to continue playing with these long-range kind of fights. Not really going for the OVJ, but helping the team with his layer roll in here. He hears an enemy, looks to the left, gets the kill, and I think I just saw that Miney is going to be playing with a Fennec in here, a submachine gun. The other day someone asked me if there was still a viable option for submachines, and I actually couldn't give a right answer with a recent nerf of the MX-9, but it seems like Miney is rocking with a Fennec in here.
He is as well. I've seen a lot of players opt to use that Type 25 in substitution. I've seen a lot of players use it with Skulker, which could obviously come through and pan out for your team. As a matter of fact, I do see Kike using that same loadout. So P1 coming to a wraps, 20-17. Obviously, you're not going to get a lot of value out of that P1 rotation, but put your foot on the hill long enough, you'll be able to find at least 20 seconds on there, and that's what Navi do. The PT rotation is going to come through. The contest up top, as I do see Feints trying to still battle outside that P1 area, is going to be able to pick up some shots, but oh my god, Feints able to take some shots with that thumper. And again, I'll just continue to praise this EU scene for doing a great job of, staying ahead of the curve. They've done a great job so far. Marvel have absolutely frying that Type 25 in hand. Doesn't have the Skulker perk, which is obviously traded off from Man, what is that? What is it? Jacket, something jacket. I can't think.
Black jacket?
Flak jacket. There we go. Good night. Verdict brain not on point today.
Well, we're gonna have these first 2 points over with, and the advantage is gonna be about double the points for the side of Asylum. So far, doing a great job at keeping up. I see that Balance is currently using the Death Machine to prevent enemies from rotating in. Problem is that there's already plenty of people from Navi inside of the hill. One of them is going to be Donlai, one of the other players from Navi that I definitely enjoy watching a lot. He's a really, really great player, but no one can run away from feints in his bumper. How many kills has he gotten without actually seeing enemies? He just knows where they might be, shoots with it, and gets the kill. Feints also playing with the M13, gonna be rotating inside of the OVJ, and that is gonna be bringing some more points in favor of Asylum.
Yeah, P2 down and out, nowhere in sight was Navi. They made the early rotations to get shut down. Staircase just wasn't their favorite. Now we're gonna see the guys over to Cilium take the lead early on. They're gonna be able to get this retake here on P3. As a matter of fact, they've had a 30+ point advantage so far. As I see P4 rotation going to come through. Creed looking to make the halt, but Fane's able to slip by him. The kill feed, you can see it on the left-hand side of the screen. All dominated by the guys over at Asilium. They're doing a phenomenal job here. They got a 44 rather, point advantage, and they've already got a hold here on P4. This might be, oh, what a botched nade, Fanes. You might be on point with the thumper, but that nade shot, Jazz, nade blocking over here.
For a great job being done by Asylum. They want to take it home, and they are close to the triple digit scenario. While we have a team of Navi just struggling to get inside. Miney is going to be rotating in. He gets immediately stunned with a tactical nade. His ally Creed wants to help, but gets taken out. At the end, Miney does survive, but the push is still in there for Asylum. I see that Balance is using this Bison, and I think that's the other SMG that I've seen being used. The Bison, although not at its peak, you know, not as strong as it once was, it's definitely an okay option for you to be playing with. Balance so far with 14 kills for himself, gets taken out by the enemies, and the thing is, although Balance got taken out, the points were still being given for Asylum. This point is gonna be over 113 to about 55 points in favor of Navi. A phenomenal job for Asylum. They are oh so close to victory here.
Yep, they're gonna be heavily contested as P1. They know what's up for stakes here if they take the advantage. It's the best of 3. They don't have to worry about necessarily playing all the way through in a matchup like this. This is first game advantage. They can sit coast pretty on that search and destroy. You know, not so much pressure, but you know, Navi doing a great job of putting their foot on the hill. That's Donlai. He's got 65 seconds. His team doesn't even have 65 seconds in objective time. Just absolutely ridiculous right now. Navi getting outplayed in the objective. 50-point deficit that they have to overcome. And it's got to come here early on here in P1. Shark going to do some great job of perimeter control. Who's the player that's going to step on the hill for either side? Faint's looking to make the push up. Is going to be contested by Kike. Kike going to be taken down. The trades are in. The contest is through as well. Veery, Creed going to be able to combine for some shots. But all in all, the perimeter control and the map positioning just prevailing here as now we're about 30 points away for Asilium closing this thing out. And we saw how devastating P2 was for Navi last round. They got another chance at it here on the reset. Creed gonna make the initial push, finds one, and that is going to be the contest. As we do see Shark still on objective, the spawn sites are secured here. I feel like this this side of the map for Asilium is much more beneficial to the objective, right?
The what is beneficial to the objective?
That side of the staircase. It seems like the spawns are a little closer, but as I say that, I see 2 players spawn out like across that P4 area, so a little bit of a travel here for some of the guys in Brazilian.
Yeah, the thing is that sometimes it can get tricky to stay safe in here, purely because not only you have the stairs, but also people could come through that construction thingy that can go through the window and just surprise you pretty efficiently. So far the fight continues, and although we have players from Navi in, there's also players from Asylum that are preventing them from successfully getting points. Eventually Faints continues to stay alive and brings in even more power to the squad. Almost 130, 22 points away from victory, and I think I saw that Creed does have a Goliath. I'm not too sure when he is gonna decide to use it, but if he does and it takes good value off of it, that could be a really good turning point for the side of Navi. So far, he's the one with the most kills, but the entirety of the team are close numbers with one another. You know, I see Creed with 21, Miney with 20. Kike with 20 as well, Beery 2. The only one struggling here is going to be Don Light with 12. It's still trying to work out. The problem is that it's already too late. I don't know. The side of Asylum only needs 9 more seconds, and they are still under control.
Oh, not with Kike in the point. Finds 2, gets the break, the body shots that come along with it. A little bit of a heated rivalry now. We're going to see a little bit of breathing room here, but it's not going to be much. The Goliath comes down. It's right out front of this P3 rotation. P4 going to be a long trek for it to make. But obviously, they got to double down and invest in this P3 area before the guys over to Cilium can close it out. They only need 7 seconds. It's 108 and counting here for Navi, 143, and we're going to see the rotation over. Veery actually going to get his foot on P4 now, and we're going to see a few seconds go back in favor of the guys over to Cilium. They set themselves up for success. They just need a well-executed P4 break, and that's going to be Shark leading the pack. He's going to be taken down, but Veery there on the contest. This is coming down to the wire, here for the guys over at Navi. Cilium, beautifully played so far. Mike gets shut down. The shots coming in. Creed still alive. How is this man doing it?
I don't know, but the push came through with the Goliath, and it works out wonderfully for them. They're still trying to take it out, but it's so tough, has so much health. It's on the sliver of health right now. Might be taken out right now, but the damage has been done. The
Look at
team
Kike.
is already with over. My God, there's another Goliath.
No dice. No dice.
It's over.
No mommies.
It might be over. Come back in here. They only need 5 more seconds, and no one from the side of Asylum can get in.
Wow.
That's gonna be the turning point. I was talking about 1 Goliath, what about 2? Navi with a nasty comeback. An amazing value off of their utilities are gonna bring them the victory that they needed. And I am pretty confused as to how those Thumpers don't do too much damage to the Goliath, but whatever might be the case, Navi did a great job at, for example, you saw it, Creed surviving that rotation from point to the other. That was just crazy. I thought he was gonna get taken out, but he just survived.
Yeah. You got to contribute the factor of Navi put themselves in a great position to extend the game. Creed able to get that Goliath down, absolutely on point. What did that Goliath do for that P4 rotation? Pretty much everything. He extends his life, makes that trek over. I don't know how he did, but did solidify that rotation to P4. That closed the gates early on. He gets taken down. And again, Navi doing a great job of buying time. Kike able to earn those streaks. He gets his Goliath down. All in all, a phenomenal comeback. They were down like 70-something points at one point. Asilium had that one in the bag. I don't know how Navi just pulling, just like a magician, man, pulling rabbits out left and right. Except for the rabbits or Goliaths. And man, you saw how devastating those Goliaths can be, especially inside the buildings at P3 and P4. Just ridiculous.
Just ridiculous. And, well, props to Navi. Creed was about a minute inside. Oh, yeah, he was exactly a minute inside of the objective. Of course, Don may not be the slayer of the team, but he got almost a minute and a half inside of these kills. It's kind of confusing how inside of the game it shows you the full time that you're in, even if there's enemies inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the final leaderboard it only shows if you were giving points to the team. Whatever might be the case, like I'm still at a loss of words. I was not expecting Navi to win that game.
Bro, they just pulling off the impossible left and right here early on. Takeoff, no different than any other map for these guys. The ability to buy time in that P3 rotation, just absolutely miraculous comeback there for them. I never doubted them, and and there's something that Imperium said early on in the Mobile Mayhem finals or grand finals rather, and that was in Navi we trust. And bro, did it pay off? It paid dividends.
Yeah.
Now they're now they're in the game 2, sitting nice. They have at least bought themselves a game 3 here if they don't take it, and sure enough, it's going to be the deciding factor. Is it going to be Raid where we see Asilium bite the dust 2-0, or are they going to be able to bounce back?
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with how Imperium was able to keep through with all that situation, saying in Navi we trust, because I definitely lost trust in them, but they took us on to a game number 6 at the end, right? Between themselves and Nova, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
And it was great. Like they definitely have an insane level for these kind of tournaments, and they are proving why they are on the stage 5. As we start with game number 2, a couple of kills are gonna be traded between the sniper players. One of them is gonna be Marvel, who got a kill. Marvel receiving a lot of damage and gets taken out. That sucks, man. Like,
that does suck.
Whenever that happens to you, is like, come on now.
I was looking at Donlai's positioning, bro. He was all the way on the bottom side of Modern. How in the hell? What was he using? Was that the thumper in play? He literally pushed that shot all the way across map thumper, guys. Ridiculous. I need to rewatch this game and see where his positioning was for that first kill, because Marvel was all the way on the backside of B. Bomb gets pushed. It is going to be planted. 40 seconds on the clock, and Asilium going to have to do without Marvel at their disposal. Feints going to be able to stay alive for a little bit here, as I did see a little bit of a spectator glitch. Shark still alive. A 2v3 could manage to overtake this A site, but Mighty, Kike, and Don doing everything they can to hold point. Shark going to make the first initial push. He's got the SVD in hand. Only about 15 seconds to play. There's no dice he makes this. Don is going to take some bullets, but Kike get some team shots in. That's going to be round number 1 going in favor of the guys over at Navi.
So, that kill for Don. 2 kills for him this round. The point is going to be given for Navi. We're going to start now round number 2. And I am still thinking about that kill for Marvel, just getting blown up by the car. Hopefully that won't happen to him again, but you know, that's the magic of you being too close to a vehicle at any given moment. And Marvel, okay, I saw Marvel throw a trophy system in, he was like, that's not gonna happen again to me.
Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, fool me, I can't be fooled again, okay? Good job there, Marvel.
Good job there. Alright, with his little Q, he goes all the way to the middle. He has heard, probably got info that the enemies are on the pool. Problem is that his allies are dying nonetheless. There's going to be a 3 versus 2. The bomb carried by Kike might be planted pretty soon, while on the pool side, we still have Marvel and Balance trying to rotate in. Both of them playing with the sniper. The shot comes through, takes out Kike. The bomb carrier got knocked. With a great positioning for Marvel, you know. The bomb carrier Kike probably had no idea where they were at. That's why he paid the price. Miney took off that bomb, plants it out. Now his allied takes the kill onto Marvel, and this is gonna be a 1 versus 2, with Balance having 35 seconds to try to defuse this explosive device.
If Creed finds this last kill, he's solidified himself an ace. I just saw it. I saw 3 come in early on. Creed frying right now. Picks up the Type 25 for a secondary. His main is obviously the SVD. The shots are going to come raining in. He's going to get a hit marker. Balance going to re-peak. Balance half health. Miney looking for the shots as well. Is going to fall back. He's going to let his homie do the work. He wants him to earn this ace. He is going to get it. That's it. Creed.
Got it.
Making it shake here early on. The 5-piece, the ace is real. Your Mobile Mayhem MVP for a reason. Bro fragged out in the hard point, doing a phenomenal job to start things off in the search and destroy, as Navi has taken a 2-0 advantage on the attacking side.
As I see Balance being aggressive, finds 2. K takes the double with the Bison. Great push coming through from Balance, immediately getting that double kill. And now on the other side, I see Shark trying to defend this court. In here, there's 3 players in a pretty bad spot, if you were to ask me, because I still see Balance being aggressive and is now going to be waiting, and his patience could pay off, because right around the corner, there's going to be Kike. Kike actually also going all the way around. They might see Balance at any given moment. Balance hears the enemies, goes for the kill, but Creed is on point. He just got an ace, and he wants to get more. Takes the kill onto Balance. Kike is also trying to go for the kill onto Marvel, but this is currently a 3 versus 3, 1 minute on the clock. And I find interesting the fact that they decide to rotate to the other bomb, and that's not going to be working out too great, as Marvel finds the double and leaves Beery in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, Creed might be your MVP, but guess who is your sniper of the split? That's right, Marvel.
Marvel.
Phenomenal shots there to close that round out. Picked up Creed, the MVP, putting on a show so far. 5 kills on board. Gotta say, the approach from The guys over at Navi was on point. You know, you got someone in your spawn you got to deal with. They did a great job, but they got a little too narrow-minded as Marvel got away. He was able to escape with his life there, and that was detrimental to your loss. You got to find a way to play around that. Balance, able to pick up a thumper kill of his own, and now Asilium answered back highly here. They got a one-man advantage. 2-for-1 trades coming in. Looks like Creed looking to find someone. That's Fates right here on the opposite side. If he peeks it, oh, Fates! You're lethal with a sniper too. Surgical incision. The precision on point indeed. Shark has his teammates back. He's going to make that approach up from the pool steps, but now we're going to see Faints in that same exact position. He's going to be abused, and that's Donlai able to get the kill. Sure enough, Shark there lurking in the waters. He is going to be able to find another kill himself, and 2 on board for the man. Veery in a 1v2, about 1 minute and 5 left on the clock, and Marvel and Shark are the 2 players you got to deal with. This is a tough ask for Veery, but, you know, if you want to solidify a lead moving forward before we flip sides, I think this is the one round that they need to find it. Next round, you've been a little too predictable. Your opponents are catching on. Shark, oh my God, Shark gonna get taken down. Veery, just look at the patience there. The gun trigger, you know, discipline paid off, and now Marvel left in a 1v1 with Veery, who is crab crawling his way through. Marvel gets blasted! How did he see him there?
Wow. The trigger discipline. Then after that, doing the snake. Somehow, I don't know if he heard him, but like, you felt like he knew he was there, right? He just goes right in with his light peek and takes the shot. Not able to answer back because how efficient his shots were. Takes the kill, Barry. We were talking about a clutch, and he got it. That's going to be the 3-1 advantage for the side of Navi.
It is indeed. Now, as we see that advantage go in, we've talked about how predictable the guys over at Navi have been so far. Faint's actually going to pick up on those predictions and finds first blood. Creed drops Don. Oh, Faint's actually just walks right past Don. Don able to find... See how much that impacted? You lose 2 players now. Don able to live in that mid area. Faint's peeks it. Doesn't see him initially. Don able to extend his life there. You know, if Faint had walked a little further out, he might have gotten a free kill there and prevented those 2 from dropping. But sure enough, Don able to maximize on some great map positioning, some great, you know, a little bit of a tricky spot there. Faint's not peeking him out. Now he's going to be left to deal with not only Don, but Kike. And Kike actually going to close it out. 4-1 now. Navi just putting that, you know, third game, you know, situation for Asilium to find themselves in so far out of the picture right now. Navi extending it to a 4-1. We'll see how their defense goes as we're going to be flipping sides.
Yeah, Verdict, they just want to close it up clean in a 2-0 fashion. And they're going to be quite close to it as I see Barry finding that kill onto Faints. They start off with the lead. The bomb is currently carrying towards A, but Donley is there to prevent the easy push there. Throwing a nade with one of those pretty interesting shots in there. Finds another, takes the kill. 2 versus 5. This is absolutely insane after such a close matchup between these two on hardpoint. Search and destroy is just
balance.
4 days in. Wow, Balance just got a triple. Okay, Balance just got a triple, and Marvel got another one on Superior.
Yo, a 2v4. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look. Kike's left on his auto was a 5v2. Balance on his back. Louis V duffel bag. Marvel comes through with that 4th player, and sure enough, Kike could not help himself. Had to push the A side. New Balance was there. And sure enough, Balance, he's got that hidden power. PP19 Bison. We see his hidden power exposed there. Absolutely on point. A much-needed round for Asilium to make it a little closer, but sure enough, Navi still have a 4-2 advantage. Can they hold on to it here? As we're going to see the next round ensue. Shark!
Shark with the double, continues to be aggressive. The player advantage is going to be in favor of Asylum, and the bomb is going to be planted too. Like, I was saying that it was going to be GG all over for them, but it seems like they're not happy with these results. They want to take us to game number 3, and the last round was pretty neat, you know. Going in a 5v2 to win the full round is tough, but it's doable, and they made it look easy in a way. Miney is now in a 1v4. The bomb has been planted. Only 20 seconds on the clock. He had to run out, but can't run fast enough. Shark takes his 3rd kill that round, and brings another point for Asylum Verdict. Do you think the comeback is coming?
Oh, bro, these guys are pissed here. Asylum, Marvel, and Shark and Balance in particular. I'm not saying Feints and Jazz aren't doing, their fair share of work, but in all reality, Marvel has picked up a massive amount of shots here early on to, kind of take that player advantage, as well as Shark gets first blood. That's Don dropping. He's one of your OP players in this search so far for Navi, as I'm taking a look at the scorecard. 7-6 for him. 8-6 for Viri. He drops. 2-6 for Kike. What's happening? Have the roles flip, momentum shift over in favor of the guys over to Cilium. Mighty and Creed are left all on their own. The bomb's going to be planted, and this A retake is going to come at a cost, as we see 2 players initially on, and Marvel lured in the back. Shark, got to swim. Shark not going to be able to eat there, but Creed finding his 9th. Still got 20 seconds to do it. Oh, Fates! But Marvel has been on point. We're all tied up now.
Completely different teams from what we saw in the first 5 rounds once they swapped sides. It's been 3 rounds in a row in favor of Asylum. Pretty crazy to think about. If you watch the first 5, it was a Navi just rolling over their opponents, but right now they're struggling, and they're struggling hard, as I see the defense from Navi going towards A, while the push for the bomb plant is gonna be actually going towards B. Balance with the bomb, immediately plants the explosive device, and that is gonna be 45 seconds for Navi to try to answer back, but Marvel takes the first kill. Balance gonna be dropping a couple nades, also has this thumper to potentially use, but the push from Miney was clean. Miney takes the kill number 1, finds 2 opponents, goes for the kill, gets it.
Oh, gets 3.
Takes it. Let's see if he can take 4. Miney absolutely.
Oh, Miney's cracked.
4 piece.
Press here to unlock Mighty movement. He gets the ace. No, Fates. Able to extend his life, but oh man, they might be tied up in trying to find the shots. Feints able to make the rotation over. Creed gonna shut him down, and Miney gonna get the defuse. 4 for Miney. The body shots galore from Creed. Miney almost gets that ace, but hey, you know what? I will pass on an ace every time, as long as you can coordinate the push to come through, and of course you can count on Creed. He's got 11 on board. Miney able to pick up his 6th and 4 in that round alone. Man, that was absolutely needed. We saw that momentum shift over to Asylum. What a better way to answer when Miney's on point. Creed to have your back. They get the defuse. We're on match point. Asylum gonna have to win this round.
Miney once again pushing with his Fennec. He's gonna get spotted by Balance. The bomb is trying to get planted. Balance continues to go for the push, but Creed helps his allied out, and that's gonna be the first blood for Navi. They are now 1 round away from victory, and their enemies have been spotted. This is now a 5v2. Shark does take the kill to Miney, and that is a huge turning point, but he gets taken out by Kike. Jazz finding the opponent in front of him, going for the kill and takes it, but 1v3. A minute on the clock, and the bomb is not gonna be in favor of Jazz. This is so bad. They were so close. They were doing so good for the past rounds, but then Miney came through and came in huge as Bere finds the kill. That was needed for the side of Navi to take victory number 2. Verdict. What even happened? Like, what is life? What is this game?
It's a roller coaster of emotions. I'll tell you what. We've been back and forth so much in this search and destroy. I couldn't even keep count. Momentum shifted heavily over in favor of Asylum. They were on the brink of a massive comeback here in this hard point. They were down 1-4. They tied things up, and that's when things went south. Mighty, massive improvement in that search or destroy. He picked up 4 in that round 9, solidifying the advantage and giving them that match point opportunity. And sure enough, we saw that last round. Jazz, it was his opportunity to clutch up the 1v4. What could have been a reality, but Viri gets the call-outs and anticipates his opponents coming through from that, or anticipates his opponent coming through that kitchen site. And sure enough, all Viri needed to do was play patiently, and it paid dividends. As we see the post-Carnage report here, 12 kills for Marvel. Not going to be enough here. Very unfortunate for Asylum. They are going to be eliminated. The Gulag series is going to go advantage of Navi as we take a look at their side. Who else but Creed top frags? 13 kills on board. The man is a god. But you gotta give credit where credit is due, and that was where Miney picked up the slack there in that 9th round. 6 kills. 4 of them came from that round alone. GG's to these teams. GG's to Cillian. I see Marvel in chat.
Hey.
Marvel, huge shout out, bro. Huge fan. Continue to do your work, bro. It's gonna pay off.
Yeah, pretty good on the full team, and congratulations to them. They're moving forward to their next matchup, which is, when is it going to be, Verdict? That's to be right now.
Yeah, it's going to be right ahead. So, unfortunately, I see, Annie in chat, and obviously we were looking forward to seeing Nova play against Bunker, but that's not the case. Nova has pulled out. They're not going to be playing in their Gulag bracket. Obviously, we're going to continue with the action, though, and that's going to be Bunker Esports and Navi moving on to face off against, or the winner of that matchup is going to be moving on to face off against none other than Gallant, who gets taken down from Stamina. So Stamina already has booked their ticket to the show. They're going to be in the grand finals regardless. These teams are going to get that second opportunity. We have yet to see Bunker play in this Meseeks European Invitational Showdown, but hopefully they'll be able to produce a starting five in this next series. So we're going to take a moment. I'm going to get rehydrated. We're going to give, an opportunity for these teams to join in. Shouldn't be too long, but don't go anywhere. Going to have the last series of the night right ahead of us. Alrighty, guys. Appreciate you all for patiently waiting. We've got Navi in the booth. We've got Bunker finally making their debut here on the Meseeks European Invitational Showdown. We've got a best of 3 to come along, and this is going to be a nail-biter for these teams. You've already seen Navi put on a freaking show so far, dude. The comeback in the hardpoint against Asilium, just ridiculous. The search and destroy point, the search and destroy on point as well. Now they're going to have to try their luck here in their last and final matchup of the night against Bunker Esports in a Gulag series for the best of 3 format. Where are we going to be starting things off, Gil?
Let me get it right here. Well, for game number 1, we're going to have hardpoint on standoff. Then after that, we're going to have search and destroy on firing range to end up with a potential game of domination on takeoff. The bans from Bunker Esports are going to be Hagneyard and the Annihilator. From Navi, there's Hagneyard as well. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that there might have been an issue. I'm not too sure, but that's what it says. And we also have the Sparrow not available.
There we go. You see it. The map Beto's interesting as well. Is that a double Hackney or is that a glitch there in Discord?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get it squared away, but nonetheless, the best of 3 has been, presented. We're going to start things off again with a hardpoint standoff. This is a great rotation. If it goes to a game 3, I'm going to be worried for both teams because as much as I, admire the, diversity in the map selections, see that Dom takeoff could be, certainly devastating for one of these teams. So Reburst coming through with the cash bait, guys. We're here. We're ready to go. It's Navi, Bunker, bought their way into a Gulag series where the winner will move on and the loser will be removed from the tournament. Best of luck to both teams. We're going to get started up here as, we're having a bit of a lobby glitch. There we go. We're good to go. Times are set. Game number 1 is underway. Green checks cross board. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's go.
All right, okay, let's go. Game number 1, no time wasted. Immediately going for this game between Navi and Bunker. Let's be reminded the winner between these two moves forward and will be facing off Gallant Esports for the lower side of the bracket finals. So there's a lot in the line for the two of them right now.
Absolutely. Game number 1 coming through. Bunker, first time seeing them on stream. Grizz coming through with the tier 2 sub, dude. What's up, homie? Appreciate the support. Love it. Bunker actually going to have the advantage here in P1 as they have spawns for P2, so need to put a little bit of pressure here on this Navi team. Navi, obviously no stranger to pressure. They have performed very well in this series. Caesar going to pick up 2. He's one of those players that, I got wind of earlier on in the Mobile Mayhem season, and he has been a force. One of the better players in this EU scene, but he's going to have some support on the backside, and Ragox going to be there to do it as well, as we have seen the devastation come through early on here for Navi. They get the spawns, but at the expense of, sacrificing a little bit of time on P1. Caesar holding down the fort, though, doesn't miss a beat, and that is going to be a solid hole here for the guys over at Bunker to start things off.
That's exactly what we saw from Navi on the previous matchup between them, We saw a Navi that just couldn't keep up at first on hardpoint. Yes, they ended up winning, but that's not always going to be the scenario. And so far, that's going to be 44 to only 2 points in favor of Navi that rotated towards this factory, trying to stay alive. So far, it's going to be working out. Creed is inside, and so is Miney. Both of them are defending this area. The push is still trying to come through from the Bunker players. Through the window, I think Cosmos is trying to go all the way around, finds Kike, but gets taken out. Great job done there by the Navi roster, doing a phenomenal for about 20 seconds, but then the break comes through for Bunker.
It does, but Miney's still lurking on the backside of this warehouse. He's finally going to wait for some support to make the push up. Is going to be looking for the flank. Navi still at a little bit of a deficit, but nothing that, a few points can't come through, as we do see the contest get shut down, and Navi do control this P2. They're going to continue to control it, as I see all the focus over for Bunker, making that rotation over the top blue, and they're going to have the advantage for the time being, but Kike could be a factor in the spawn sites. Cosmos gets taken out. That's not a good sign. Bunker do have an advantage for the time being, but Kike just frying right there. A nice three-piece. Clears out both the CT tank and that tractor area. But look, he spawns right there immediately. So he has solidified those spawns, and now what seems to be an early advantage for Bunker is actually going to get shut down. Lucky's going to be the last one here, but Lucky does a great job of playing his life. Find some objective time as well as a few kills to go along with it. And as long as he's up here, there is no bit of time here for the guys over at Na'Vi to earn, and that is going to be a lead solidified in back in favor of Bunker, as Lucky has single-handedly held this point.
Yeah, the spawns were there, but the gunfights weren't. Just most of them being lost by the players over at Na'Vi. Couldn't keep up. The last 20 seconds, finally, they break through. They're gonna have Beery alive inside with a thumper. He nearly killed himself with a weapon. Eventually got knocked through the wall by these players from Bunker. And not only done with being inside the OVJ, I see 3 players already rotating towards the next area. An amazing pred miss from Cosmos is gonna solidify a couple more kills for the squads, and the advantage continues to be favoring these players from Bunker. They are coming in hot, because let's be reminded, Verdict, you mentioned this earlier as well, they haven't gotten a chance to play just yet, you know? Because of one reason or another, they just been walking their way in, but they sure were ready for playing.
Yeah, they are. As a matter of fact, we're going to see P4 opening up. The break comes through, and some much-needed time here for the Na'Vi players. Bunker obviously has not been seen in this series. They get a freebie on the backs of a early forfeit, as well as forfeiting for themselves, find themselves in a Gulag series. But, you know, again, Nova unable to produce the players for this Gulag series has given them a second life, as Bunker has found a little bit of a lead, but it's going to be shy of being able to sustain, as we do see Na'Vi actually taking their first lead of the game. This is going to be a slight lead, but, you know, with the P4 coming to a conclusion, only about 7 seconds on the board, they're going to have about 20 points going, sitting comfortably here in this P1 reset. Cosmos up top looking for the kills, does find one, is going to be able to find 2, but the Goliath here, we've seen how well the guys over at Na'Vi have been able to preserve the lives of the Goliath, and Veery getting inside of it, definitely a much-needed one, because right now he's only sitting on 4 kills. A tough spot for him to be in, is going to be taken down, so not even going to be able to play that Goliath out. And even if he did make that rotation in, there is a massive presence around the objective. Na'Vi able to come through and on the backs of a nicely placed cluster strike, be able to extend that lead. It's going to be halted because the guys over at Bunker looking for a little bit of salvation here out in the open. 92 and counting, 115 for the guys over at Na'Vi. Pretty decent game so far, neck and neck.
Neck to neck indeed, although Na'Vi struggled at first, then after that point 1, they definitely started fighting back, and they came in hot, they came in strong. So far, point 1 reset has been a back and forth fight between the two, with the slightest advantage in favor of Na'Vi, but the last few seconds are going to be for Bunker to be able to solidify themselves a tie and then a small advantage. At the same time, we're going to see Na'Vi already rotating towards the next point, and inside there's going to be Don with a thumper, going to be defending this window, trying to make sure that no one goes around. Thanks to the trophy system, he continues to be alive. The push comes through and he doesn't care, takes the kill and continues to bring more time in favor of the squad. Lucky pushes in, Lucky tries to go for the kill, but Don is immortal, goes for the double, finally falls short to the hands of Raygox, but immediately gets taken out. Na'Vi might get themselves another nice comeback on Hardpoint, Verdict.
It's certainly looking like that. Dark Wizard was one of those players who pushed up top. The 100 killer rope comes through for Don. He doesn't get to live to see the kill, but it does come through. Raygox only contest. Much needed time here for the guys over at Bunker. They just need to play his life here. The push is going to come in. He's going to get a little bit of support from Cosmos, who gets a well-placed nade. Buying a little bit of time here, but that's not going to buy yourself any points. As a matter of fact, we've been at a standstill, 135 to 122 for the longest, and finally, the guys over at Bunker get the break, but it's only a little bit of crumb time. You need to make this long trek over to the top blue area where we could see things come to an end. 135 to 132. It's a nail-biter right now. Dark Wizard holding down 4 on the bottom side. He's got 4 players up top. Make that 2. Veery. Oh, Veery drops. But the spawns are going to be favoring Na'Vi. It is literally up for grabs. Lucky able to get on point. Is going to be able to find some kills there. The push is just too strong, though. Kike able to find one Or was that Veer? Who was up top?
Not too
couldn't
sure,
even
but
see it.
it's so
Creed.
back and forth. Super back and forth. Cosmos on the ring of being inside and out, finally getting the kill, getting some points. Dark Wizard with the Death Machine, 145 points for the Rogue Squad. Still being alive inside of the OBJ. The Death Machine, the Utilitors are in, and that's all they needed. They didn't want to have the same results that their other team had against Navi. They wanted to secure that victory, and part of that was that defense from Raygox on that factory area. You know, he survived for the longest time, and although he was not earning points, he was successfully preventing Navi from getting any more points for themselves and bringing enough time for the team and the dub.
Talk about a OBJ focused team. Look at the scorecard here. 1:02 for Lucky, 1:07 for Caesar. 36 seconds apiece for Ragox and Cosmos. I'm sure they had more time with the objective in-game, but then a scorecard, that's all it shows here. Nobody goes positive on the bottom half of the bracket there for, below Caesar. Caesar 23 and 18, 23 and 20 for Lucky, but man, Creed just absolutely frying, 35 and 19, and sure enough, the comeback was, pretty strong on that P2 rotation, but you said it. Ragox able to contest up top, able to buy that time. We were talking about how well Navi did a great job of buying themselves some time in that takeoff hardpoint earlier on against Sicilian. Well, guess what? Bunker did the exact same thing. They were able to extend the game to that P3, and that's where they closed things out, 150 to 139. Great job of defending the objective up top and down low. Just a massive W for the guys over at Bunker. They have a 1-0 lead, but we still have at least one more game to come. That is going to be a search and destroy on what map, Gil?
Search and destroy. That game is going to be, give me 1 second, my computer is acting weird. Alright, it is going to be on firing range. Alright, that should be interesting. Okay, so I only have to wonder a little bit from the Navi side. Someone said it in chat, and although I don't think it's like Creed is the one befying, he definitely is being the pillar in a way of the team. And that can be good. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. The problem is when it's so heavily thought of him to do good in order for the team to try to go for victory. You know what I mean? It's just not the best case scenario if your team is so heavily depending on a single player. And I know that they have the skill. Like, they have proved to us that they are a really, really solid team. But today has been, in a way, debatable. But, I mean, they're here, and, they still have a chance, and Bunker does too, but the lead is still going to be for Bunker.
It is going to be for Bunker. They played that end of the hardpoint very well. As a matter of fact, I was expecting Navi to somehow, pull off a ridiculous one there, but Ragox single-handedly being able to contest up top. He played his life, did everything he could to stay alive, to extend this to a P3 rotation. Top blue was just devastating for Navi. They couldn't get that presence in the objective. It was back-and-forth trades. Creed was absolutely frying. He was a player who initially held control of that top blue area, but we saw when you don't have the forces or the players to have your backs in that situation, obviously, not the case. Kahlua comes through with the tier 1 sub, man. Kahlua absolutely cracked. GFX in his name. Obviously, he is one of those, graphics designers for the Meseeks squad, and a huge shout out to him. Done a great job, him and Ghost Rider in particular. Nonetheless, we're going to see game number 2 start up here. Search, Destroy, and Firing Range. B, I think we need to close spectators. I don't know if it even matters anymore because you can't do anything about people joining in and spectating anymore, but nonetheless, here we are. Game number 2. Is Navi going to be able to find a dub here and extend us to see that game 3? I sure hope so.
It's possible. Like, Navi are a team that can definitely go for a comeback. And, let's see how they do in this specific game of Search and Destroy. They are going to begin in the offensive side. That means that they can think about their strategy more efficiently, what they want to do, how they want to approach each round. So far, the bomb was not taken by anyone, which I find pretty intriguing. I see that Creed is still playing with the SVD. This new sniper that we've talked about, the fact that it has more fire rate and a bit less damage, but still allows you to have some one-shot, one-kill situations. So far, it seems like Navi did not want to take the aggressive role. And I guess now it makes sense that no one took the bomb. You know, they were not even thinking about going straight on for a push, so they decided not to get it in the first place.
Yeah, this could be a strategical thing for the guys over at Navi, but ultimately it's a ball dropped, in my opinion, unless, you know, obviously you're waiting for one player to get dropped, and there it goes. The bomb's going to be picked up. That's going to give the illusion that the bomb may have dropped somewhere and that they might be at one location, but that's not the case. Bomb's going to be back in the spawn site, so maybe that's something to throw your opponent off. You give them a little bit of a sound off of, hey, bomb's being picked up. Sure enough, it was never picked up. So 3v4, the trades are in 2-for-1 style in favor of the guys over at Navi. They collect a bomb. They make their push through this wood area and looking to get this A-long push coming through as well. And Miney going to be able to spot one, not going to be able to find the shots to land, but looking for that refrag. Anticipates Lucky to be on the top side of 10, and he was right. We didn't wait just a little bit later. He would have been able to see him, but the rotations come through. Dark Wizard gives the call-outs that they're pushing the A site. Is not going to be able to get a shot off before Veery clears his head, and the bomb's going to be planted. A site, 45 seconds on the clock. Cosmos and Lucky, it's all on you, 2v3 style. You're muted.
Yep. Sorry for that. But yeah, it was only both Cosmos and Lucky. Cosmos got knocked out. This is now a 1v3. The bomb is down, 20 seconds on the clock. Lucky trying to rush in, but through that head glitch is just gonna be too tough. Dawn perfectly waiting for the right timing. His ally already did some damage to Lucky. So he was just easy peasy, takes the kill, and the round, well executed round for Navi. And I'm thinking, like, it could have been definitely a strategy, like you mentioned, waiting for an ally to potentially die and then pick up the bomb, confuse the enemies. Whatever may have been the scenario, well, what turns out to be the case is that they took off the point for them. This time around, they do take the bomb. That's going to be Kike. Kike, so far with one kill, finds the enemy in front of him with a sniper. Gets him down, but immediately gets the answer back by Beery. That's going to be the 1-for-1 trade. The bomb is still in control over at Navi. Inside of the trailer, we have Ragux. Ragux, the player that arguably made possible the victory from last game in favor of Bunker here, trying to prevent the bomb from being planted, but it's just too much of a defense. He does take the kill. Takes the kill before they could have planted the bomb. That's going to be still a minute remaining in a 3v2 situation. Once again, Lucky and Cosmos are alone.
Yep, Lucky going to be on the backside right in front of American. Veery going to go ahead and solidify that bomb plant. There's going to be 40 seconds on the clock, a 2v3. Oh, the headshots on point. Lucky making a grand entrance into this firing range search and destroy. One round in favor of Navi, but you know, this could have gone either way, but no, my God, Miney with the movement, just too OP. That's going to be 2 rounds in favor of Navi, who now have taken a huge advantage in the search. On the backs of some great attack strats, saw the bomb get untouched at the beginning of the round. Maybe that is a strat, maybe it was a miscue. Who knows? We'll see how it pans out in the future if it's something that, you know, maybe that could be a strat for them moving forward. But the fragability here for Navi is on point so far. So we take a look at the kill feed. Miney top fragger right now, 4-0, 2-1 for 2 other players, Creed and Veery. Creed did a phenomenal job of clearing out the trailer site. This time around, it's Veery who picks up the first blood. And 35 seconds on the clock, a 4v5 will ensue, make it a 4v4. As I mentioned, Lucky has just been on point with the snipes.
You see Miney trying to confuse the enemies, tries to go for the kill into Cosmos, but it gets taken out. The thing is, that's some efficient distraction, so they can get that timer to go even lower. The kills are coming through. Cosmos is now in a 1 versus 2, finds another opponent, only 10 seconds on the clock. I think he heard the shots just because of the suppressor, couldn't currently actually figured out where Dawn was. Dawn was hiding, Dawn took the kill, and once again he's the one providing the final kill of the team. You know, Dawn may only have 2 kills, but both of them have been the round killing scenario, so props for Dawn there.
Props for Dawn indeed, and props to this Navi team who have been able to extend their lead to 3. Oh, but the kills coming through from the guys over at Bunker, they're not done. They pick up 2 for themselves, so even trades coming through. Backside cover. Donlai picking up his 3rd. Is able to get a little bit of traction here on this bomb side. He has bomb in hand as well. Is going to go ahead and put it down. Got a 2v3 in hand. and none other than Ragox and Dark Wizard, a different situation here that we've seen so far. Ragox, Type 25 in hand, looking to make the break here on Trailer. Miney's right on the inside. I think the lasers are going to be spotted, which is going to give away Ragox's location, but he has been able to make the successful rotation over for now. Miney going to be taken down. It's a 2v2. Kike and Don. Don is actually one shot. Is going to be able to repeat the angle, but the bomb's going to be pushed. Ragox pushes up. Barrels covered. Kike down. Ragox. The 2v3 is real, and finally a point for the guys over at Bunker, who managed to take the hardpoint game earlier, looking for a 2-0. Definitely looking a lot better on that defense.
Yeah, although it was still a bit of a close round, they were able to successfully win the point. And, well, preventing themselves from being in a really, really bad spot. It is now going to be 2 rounds down, 2 rounds deep, but still not as bad as it could have been a 4-0. So far, Caesar went aggressive there, takes the kill, the push is coming through the B side, and everybody's gonna be over there. Kike gets a kill, so does Don't Like. Kike gets a double, leaving only Lucky and Dark Wizard alive. Lucky gets a snipe onto Very. The bomb is still not gonna be planted quite yet, but the push could be coming in pretty soon, and Lucky knows that. That's where he's going to be covering that side with a sniper. There's going to be Creed quite close, and Lucky did get the audio cues to know that there's an opponent close to him. He takes a more of a longer distance fight of approach, and that was pretty successful. He could have died there to the hands of Creed. We know how deadly Creed can be. What we also know is that the bomb is going to be down. Don takes the kill onto Lucky, but eventually gets himself taken out. Dark Wizard in a 1v2. 40 seconds on the clock. Can he defuse this bomb?
It's going to be a difficult one. You got Creed up top, who he has yet to be dealt with. Creed going to be taking some cheeky shots, going to force his opponent down this container site, but guess who's there to answer back? It's Kike. Kike going to get some shots of his own, but is it successful with taking out his opponent? Now, Kike and Creed still have about 19 seconds. Creed going to solidify the round there, and that is going to be a 4-1 lead as we flip sides. The attack on point there for the guys over at Navi. Can they close it out and succeed to take us to a game 3? It's a possibility. Based off of what I've seen so far, that one round, the 2v3 clutch was a miracle, but just they have been completely outplayed. Bunker just have not had a response to this Navi team. As a matter of fact, it kind of look like fish out of water at the moment. A 4-1 advantage now. Very actually going to make it a 5v3 here, as this first attacking strat is not looking good for Bunker.
Yeah, they're struggling a lot. They do get to answer back with that knock onto Barry. They also get the kill onto Dawn to even the numbers out, make it a 3 versus 3. But you said it yourself, so far they have struggled like crazy. First 5 rounds, and they only were able to have a decent one where they ended up winning that point for themselves, but still being pretty deep behind in this scenario. The bomb is going to be carried by Cosmos, and the push is not coming through so far. Cosmos does get the snipe onto Creed. That is going to be really, really beneficial on the A-long side of the map. It seems like the push is going to come through, and Miney figured that out. With the sniper, he's going to be covering that angle, but misses the first shot. Goes for the double and gets the second shot in. The bomb is going to be planted nonetheless, and now Kike knows where to go, and the push could be coming from both angles at the same time, and that could be deadly for the opponents. In there, Miney try to go for the kill, but the head glitch is too strong. Kike on the other side of the map goes in for the fight, but Lucky finds the kill that was needed to give the team hope for another point. Less than 30 seconds on the clock, and Miney is with a sniper, and I think also a Type 25. He is probably going to be going through the A-long side onto Lucky.
Oh, Lucky.
But Lucky, he's holding that angle like no one, and takes the double to bring in the second point finally for Bunker.
Yeah, that was a well-orchestrated round there for the duo, Lucky and Cosmos. Cosmos planting the bomb, Lucky picking up those last 2 frags. Mighty, Kike re-peeking that same angle. Lucky hitting the same shot back-to-back. Of course, dude's going to clutch it up. You're handing them the kills on the silver platter, and now you're giving this team hope, and this is a very unfortunate one if Navi isn't able to extend this to a Game 3. But, hey, Bunker making a grand entrance and a massive one indeed. Taking out the Stage 4 champs could be crucial, but, again, they've been outplayed all game long. Finally showing up here in the 6th round. They were able to take a 2-4 game now, as it's getting a little interesting, but that gap is still a little hard to bridge, as we see Kike just making it that much more difficult, picking up 2 of his own, and You know, we've seen the 3v5 turnaround come through, but I don't see a 2v5. Well, Caesar says otherwise. He finds one of himself. 1 for 3 trades, rather. Man advantage in favor of the guys over at Na'Vi. Na'Vi need to have a on-point round. Veery going to solidify the shots there, and Cosmos drops. Caesar still playing his life, though. One shot, and that is Miney able to take him out. 2-5 match point here for Na'Vi. Can they take us to this game 3? It's going to be based off of how well they play this round.
Yeah, that's going to be 1 round away from Na'Vi even things out. Playing really, really solid so far. Being offensive, they have great job done. Now being on the defensive, they have done more of the same. This time the 5-man push is going to go through A-Long, but Miney and Beery were there to defend. They take 2 kills, and that is going to be only 3 players alive. One of them is going to be Lucky carrying the bomb, and we start getting another kill onto his opponents. The bomb is going to be planted, and that is going to be 45 seconds, but still, great approach there finally for Bunker, as they are trying their hardest not to be losing this game. They want to go on a 2-0 fashion and move forward, but Na'Vi are not making it easy, as I see Lucky finding the first shot, going for the second one, but he was a bit too slow. He's still trying to go take that kill to the player inside of the trailer. Creed is out. Na'Vi are down to 1 player, and Kike in a 1v3. I'm not too sure he can make it on the next 20 seconds, but he's going to try. Finds Lucky. Nope. Lucky likes the head glitch position, doesn't he?
Those shots were anything but lucky. This dude just absolutely violating. 11 kills on board. The shots to come through as well. He held that bomb head glitch so very well. As a matter of fact, I believe he picked up those last 2 kills right there. Didn't even have to move. And when you've got a great coordinating team, you saw Dark Wizard back and forth. You know, you get a little bit of call out from Ragox, who got a little bit of pressure on that top wood area. Of course, your teammates are going to come through and have your back. Caesar finds first blood. They're going to make the push towards this A-bomb site, and we're been on match point now for 2 rounds. Na'Vi looking to buy some time here, get a few more frags in to close us out, takes to a game 3. It's not going to come easy. Ragox fighting the shots. Creed, Kike down, 3v5. Miney also weak. Looks for the return frag. Not going to have anything in sight. This is difficult. Na'Vi need this round to go into a game 3 scenario. They got a few more rounds they can play with, but let's be real. Oh, Lucky! Peeks up, Mighty, makes him pay the price. Caesar right there to contest, but Donlai on the retake. Absolutely on point. He's going to be taken down, though. Veery and Mighty all out in the open. 11 seconds on the clock. Veery, 1 shot. Dark looking to play his life. Oh, that's tough. The contest comes through. The shots missed. Dark Wizard. Well played, my guy. Well played.
He knew the time was out. He either was like not peeking at all and him starting a defusal, but he knew that the timing was right. The timing was there in his favor. All he had to do was survive. Eventually picked out and got the kill. But really well played for Dark Wizard. So far, the player not with the most kills, but the next one to it with 9 kills now as he finds Kike. It seems like the team are finally awakened, but they're still on the brink of elimination and have to be cautious. They don't want to lose this game, and they are not in a bad spot anymore, you know. They are now in a 5-3 deficit, but still trying their hardest. The bomb carrier is still Cosmos. He's gonna get himself behind the bomb, immediately starts planting. They are gonna be defending that player that was inside of the trailer, trying to get that kill. And on the other angle, I see Barry. Barry is trying to land a shot with a sniper. So far not gonna be working out, but this 4v2, 35 seconds. Verdict, we might go to a round 11.
Well, it's on the backs of Veery now as he finds 2. Ooh. Can he make it 3? He cannot. We are going to a round 11. This is a do-or-die situation for Na'Vi. Have no fear, and Na'Vi, we trust. We'll see if it sustains here, as Bunker has just been so very great on the comeback. They managed to even things up, even on the backs of a 1v4 early on here in this search, and Na'Vi have to have a closeout round. They've got a free bomb plant at B. If they push up, they're going to go ahead and get the penetration up in that B. Bomb plant is going to come through if Kike can manage to go through without being unnoticed. Lucky up top could be the deciding factor, but is not going to peek his head out too quickly as he doesn't want to give away his location. Does get the shots. Miney pushes through that back firing range area, and he saw the laser come through. Don actually in a decent spot here. This is very, very risky, though.
It's so unusual that you wouldn't expect it, right?
No, I mean, not in a top-tier gameplay matchup, right? This is a spot that only a few select will go through. This is one you would expect in a pub match, not a basic... Oh,
And
my
Navi
God,
did
that's
it.
it. Navi doing it. Taking us to a game 3. They do it in such a fast fashion. Oh, my God.
We were only talking about Dawn. There was 3 people live, and they were
there we
one.
go. Yeah, 3 people up, 3 people down. That is Navi. Man, I gotta say, Bunker made things very spicy. But sure enough, in Navi we trust. I can stick by it for now.
Well, that's gonna be the victory that takes us to a game 3. We wanted it. Well, we have it. Great game at the end between the two of them. But Bunker, like, the fact that they were so far behind for so long definitely didn't help at the end. Yes, they were able to position themselves one round away from victory, but the fact that you are back to back to back at the risk of losing a game, it's always a bit of a stressful situation for yourself. But anyway, we're talking about Lucky quite a lot, and he sure was the MVP for the side of Bunker with 12. But on top of that, there's going to be Barry with 14 kills, verdict, on the side of Navi.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even check it, but I saw the stream back, and Veery picked up 2 massive kills to launch themselves into that Game 3 scenario. Huge performance from Navi, a much-needed one to secure that Game 3, and here it all comes down to. We're in the last Gulag matchup of the night. It's going to be the guys over at Navi. It's going to be the guys over at Bunker fighting for their lives. Where are we going to be at? This is going to be a takeoff. I mentioned it earlier. This is going to be a devastating map for one of these teams. Who is going to triumph and who is going to fall shy of victory? We'll find out here as we're going to get geared up for game number 3. Predictions. I'm not going to be able to make one on the backs of the fact that Bunker has played so very well-rounded. The hardpoint game, on point, right? 200 IQ from Ragox, good God. Able to extend that rotation over to the P3 top blue area. And was it a devastating one for Navi? The comebacks were not real that game. Seen triumphant comebacks from them so far today. Just fell shy of that one. And nearly give a comeback over to the guys over at Bunker there. It was a 4-1 at one point. How does that happen?
That's the thing. Like, you have to make sure that you don't get too far behind, because making a comeback is not easy. I mean, Navi themselves were, in a way, trying... to come back not as hard as it was on Search and Destroy, but they definitely try to go for a comeback situation on game number 1, Hardpoint. Ended up not working for them, and for that same reason is that we are tied up right now. But you can't allow yourself to fall too far behind. It's just not good for your own mental, right? The mental is also pretty important, and if you know that you're on the brink of losing, is not easy to play through that.
No, it's not. As a matter of fact, the perseverance very strong in that Navi team. They know what it takes to win. They are your stage 4 champs for a reason. They're going to have to prove it here in this game 3, as the takeoff map is going to be the deciding factor and ultimately their last chance at a life here in this Meseeks European Invitational Showdown. I'm excited. I know the players are 4 check marks across at the top, 3 at the bottom, so maybe a little bit of loadout changings for both teams as Cosmos does ready up. All 5 up top for Bunker. A little bit of time here for Navi to ready up. They should be good to go here shortly, but obviously there's a lot at stake here in this matchup. It's a $250 cash prize that's going to be distributed, and we're going to find out who's going to have a shot at the pie here. Game 3, the deciding factor, who's going to be moving on to face that Gallant team in the Gulag Finals, which we will see tomorrow, will be the same team who will move on potentially to face Stamina, who have been so overpowered in this series.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier how Stamina has only lost two maps so far, and so efficiently eliminated all of their opponents with no exceptions. So far, I'm not sure who is going to be the one who may be able to take them down, but in here, we're going to have the option for both Bunker and Navi to try to get themselves and secure at least the top 3 as they would fight against Gallant Esports. So far, the first 2 picks are going to be pretty standard A and C. The thing is that I see inside of the flag there was Lucky. and lucky enough to get halfway in, but immediately dropping dead, and through the smoke, the push is gonna come through for Bunker. Back and forth fight, no really any sort of control so far, as these teams know what it's coming in place. They have 2 players inside once again for Bunker, but the same way they go in, they go out, and the flag continues to be contested.
It is, as a matter of fact, about a 60% cap there in favor of Bunker, but Very doing a great job of spawn controlling these guys. Ragok's going to be seeping through the cracks there, is going to get the assist. And a lot of map control here early on for Na'Vi. They got 2 players on the flag. Cosmos up top could be a factor, but Cosmos actually going to eat some bullets himself. A little bit of traction here from Na'Vi. Gonna finally put the pressure back on, and that's gonna be a 3-player stack on this B flag. They're gonna be able to cap it, and now that map control and that early advantage is gonna be in their favor. So the plays pay off. We'll see if they can hold it. As I do see, Kike actually does have a few score streaks. Oh my god, all score streaks. And that is gonna be the early advantage, as well as a few score streaks to go along with it. The Predator missile is gonna be waste, but is gonna go ahead and push the opponents off the flag just enough time for them to sustain the hold. And Na'Vi doing a great job so far. Kike might be a little premature with the Sentry gun, but we'll allow it. Oh man, this guy is confident. Look at the balls.
I mean, I don't want to say it too loud, but so far Kike is in a 10 kill streak. As he drops down that Goliath, immediately goes for the push and tries to defend that flag. Finds the first opponent, takes the kill out, goes for the second and takes it. Kike just blasting over their enemies. No one can fight against this player. So far doing a tremendous job. The push is gonna come through yet again, but I don't think there's any trophy systems against any potential explosives that could come his way. So far, still continuing to be alive, and it seems like the side of Rogue, the side of Bunker, realized that it could have been more efficient to just go for an A push, but Kike is ready for it, goes for the kill, and takes it just like that. 15 kills for Kike, just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, he's frying, man. I'm going to be honest with you. The confidence is on point, but is that something that is, you know, maybe something to factor into round 2 or second half? Potentially, because you've blown through your score streaks. If you're confident enough that you think you can get them back in the second half, you know, kudos to you. Shots are going to come right again. I absolutely see some more score streaks in his future as he earns those 2 objective kills. That's 500 points there. So you can already see the traction on that Predator missile. Very, or Kike rather, just absolutely lasering right now. 17 kills, as well as Very. Very's got 12 as well. So great usage of the Goliath, great usage of the Sentry. Will they be able to sustain the second half, though? They've got a 29-point advantage. And Bunker, saw you play so very well in the first and second game. It's pressure time. Do or die situation. Will they be able to overcome this deficit and overlap their opponents? It's very, very slim odds here, though, as we see Very continuing to slay out, as well as Don. Just an absolute huge presence here for this map control early on, but BCAP going to come through, and Na'Vi able to potentially close it out early. They do, and that's going to be an early advantage for them.
It almost feels like they were like taking a nap or something, just chilling out in the first 2 games even, but now just rolling over the opponents. Even like, although they were pretty strong in game number 2, they were not as strong as they are right now. They are now on the brink of losing Charlie. It seems like the push is gonna come through, but immediately realized what was going on and go for Alpha. That is gonna be the double cap yet again in favor of Na'Vi, who want to take victory, who want to move forward and want to eliminate their opponents. You were talking about how sometimes it can be tough to be playing on Takeoff, but in here, Na'Vi are just dominating. I see Mining with a Fennec. He's going to be currently with 9 kills, has died 10 times. One of the few players on negative over at Na'Vi, but still doing his job, you know, making sure that they are helping on the objectives. So far they're losing Bravo, but immediately take them out. The fight is going to come through. Caesar is quite close to it, but trying to take an approach that he wanted to clear that area first. Once he felt secure, immediately goes in. That is going to be the double cap now in favor of Bunker Esports. And I'm trying to figure out if this was a triple cap scenario.
It is a triple cap scenario.
It is right for a few seconds.
Yeah, just a few seconds. As a matter of fact, Na'Vi might be, you know, in a pretty comfortable position if they're able to maintain the A site. That's granted if they don't put any traction on this B flag, which I do see a little bit of a map control presence there, but Viri gets taken down. That's going to, you know, be one of those cases, and we're going to see the aggression come through from Creed. If he can't get the B site, he's going to go for the home flag. OP strats coming through for the guys over Na'Vi who have played cool, calm, and collective. B is going to be halted. C also going to be left alone. Viri looking for the flip. Does come through. All they need to do is put their foot on this C flag and get the cap in just for a moment. Yep, that's double cap or triple cap territory again for Bunker, who might have been able to escape a triple cap earlier by getting the double cap to come through, but surely the C and A flip is going to be a little bit of a time consumer, and that is absolutely crucial for Bunker, who now have an A flag, but they don't have a triple cap, and that's a problem.
Yeah, of course, all they need is a triple cap, but it's easier said than done, and even more so when you're fighting against someone like Na'Vi that are just about to capture B again. They don't want to feel secure, they just want to be aggressive. They are going to be taking that flag, and with that double capture, I think we're going to have the top 3 placement secure. We're gonna have Nova on the grand finals. We are gonna have Gallant waiting on the lower bracket for their opponent, and said opponent seemingly is going to be Na'Vi verdict.
It is. We're gonna see the C and A flip come through. All that Bunker needs is a B cap, but look at the cluster strike placement. It's not gonna be forgiving. Maybe what is going on? Why was that cluster strike? Oh, that was Bunker's cluster strike. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. B-Cap's going to be solidified and stay in the favor of the guys over at Na'Vi. They're going to be able to close this thing out. 2 seconds, 2 ticks of the clock. Surely going to come through, and a little bit of aggression here later on in the matchup, but you know what? It's a day late and a dollar short. Bunker showed up, and they put on a show for us in the first 2 games. Na'Vi. In Na'Vi we trust, right?
In Na'Vi we trust, and we sure did up until the end, taking victory number 2. What a way of playing. Like, I can't believe how dominant they were. Like, they definitely struggled in more than one scenario today, but on this one particularly, they completely rolled over their opponents. Bunker tried to keep up, but they just couldn't. And something funny that I noticed, you know how we said that Kike had 17 kills on the first round? Well, he was only able to get 5 on the next one. You know what, that's alright. If you were slaying so efficiently on the first one, maybe your enemies can, your allies can help you to keep up if you are not on the same level as the first one. Nonetheless, extraordinary game for everyone on Na'Vi.
Absolutely, Na'Vi doing a great job of composing themselves, playing that long game. They knew the triple cap was, all that Bunker needed to, kind of close that gap, and they didn't get it. Did a great job of getting that C cap or C flip to come through, the A flip, whatever side it was. Sure enough, Na'Vi able to buy a 3rd game on the backs of a great round 11 in the Search or Destroy. Close things out in domination, 150 to 124. Just a great way of controlling the map and controlling their destiny here in this tournament. They're going to be able to move on and face off against Gallant tomorrow in the Gulag losers bracket. I've said I wasn't going to say losers anymore. Good night. The Gulag series. That is going to bring our matches of the day to a conclusion. GG's to the guys over Na'Vi as well as the guys for Bunker. I didn't anticipate that 3rd game coming down to that, and sure enough, Na'Vi are going to be moving on. GG's to Bunker, though. They put up a hell of a fight. Some great games to come along with it, and now we're going to get geared up for our raid. So GG's to all the teams. Huge shout out to Trovo, HyperX, JuJu Energy, and SXE Fingersleeves. Big shout out to you guys. Make sure you use code Meseeks at checkout. All right, we're going to get geared up for that raid. Be sure to join us tonight for the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. Either Gil or my channel will be hosting as usual and continuing on with the action then. But tomorrow we'll have the grand final, so should be an interesting one, right?
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to it, so you better don't miss on those. And you are on an NA schedule, if you're going to be awake, like he mentioned, we are going to be doing the Meseeks Sunday Showdown later on today.
That's it, guys. Till then, stay devious, my guys.